Yo, 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 game 3 in the building. What's good, y'all? My apologies for the late start, 5 minutes late, and TNT ready to start on time. So we're going to have to skip the pleasantries and get right into the big game. New York Knicks now with a one game at a time approach, as will I. I am your host, CK2K, here on KnicksFanTV, play-by-play. Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now rocking with us. And we got the big news, man. Mitchell Robinson in the starting five for Josh Hart. It only took the entirety of the season and some playoffs for it to finally happen. But is it too little, too late, or just in time? And the other question then also comes up to be, what happens with the backup point guard minutes? Is Campaign still the guy? We're still going to have to find that out as this goes on here today. But right now, so far, so good in adjustments by Thomas Thibodeau, going with Mitchell Robinson in the starting five. Yeah, man, big game, man. Big game. Game 3. Got to handle business today, one game at a time. I was saying this to a friend earlier. The main difference between our series in the Western Conference is just the home and away factor. But it would be the same thing if we won our first 2 games at home, that Indiana would have to win their next 2 games on the road or at their house. But one thing remains the same. We have to look at it one game at a time, and the New York Knicks will do that here starting tonight. Knicks win the tip. Jalen Brunson with the rock. It is a sea of yellow in Indiana. The Knicks have a tall task of winning on the road here today. And we'll see if the changeup in the lineup will be a big factor. Brunson with the spin move gets the pull, and first shot goes down. Shout out to everybody rocking with us in the chat right now. I will get to my Twitch fan TV in a second, but my box score is taking a little long to load up. So is my scoreboard. So forgive me for that while it is loading. Right now, you're just going to look at my face until that is all the way loaded up. Nembhard gets blocked by Anunoby, and the Knicks starting off aggressive early, but can they maintain this? Bridges with the rock, picked up by Halliburton. He moves Halliburton out the way, double team on the way, bounce pass to Brunson. Brunson with the fake. Brunson has options. He goes back to Bridges. Bridges corner 3. He can't get the 3 to fall. Rebounded by Nembhard, and here come the Pacers looking to respond. Wide open 3-ball from Miles Turner. He can't get to fall. Halliburton gets absolutely decked. Nobody worried about that. Brunson with the spin move. Brunson shooting it right over Nembhard. No foul called. And another rebound for the Pacers. And so much for the strong start, as it has now become an ugly one. I know there is no score, by the way. If you are looking for the scoreboard and box score, I'm working on it currently. We had a little bit of an issue with the previous screen. Bridges with the mid-ranger. That's too strong. And we are just, it's a track meet right now of misses from both teams. Back and forth affair. But the Knicks holding on to a 2-point lead. And Siakam, who had a phenomenal game 2, gets the first bucket for Indiana. Now Indiana Pacers fans feeling confident. 2-2 is the score. Bridges a couple of misses. Brunson got this thing started. And we got this scoreboard and box score up. My apologies on the behind-the-scenes stuff. Brunson picked up by Aaron Nesmith. Bridges on the way for the screen. 1 second left. I don't think Brunson realized how much time was left. And not a great start from the Knicks already. We looked good in the first possession, and then we went right back to the foolishness immediately. Towns going right at Siakam gets the stop, and the Knicks, opportunity after opportunity, both teams 1 for 5. When does it get cleaned up? Towns with the multiple fakes. He misses everything. And Mitchell Robinson showing the impact already. But what an ugly start by both teams. The Pacers almost playing with that same Knicks attitude as OG Anunoby blocking Siakam. And when I say that they're playing with the same Knicks attitude, they're not playing like it's a home game for them, which works in the Knicks' favor. Anunoby with the great drive. He gets fouled by Halliburton. Anunoby not able to get the successful play there. Halliburton still grabbing onto his hip. You saw him fall down earlier. So I wonder if that's playing a factor. Now I can finally catch up and say what's good to the chat. Shout out to Frank White over on KnicksFanTV. So we got some free throws coming for OG Anunoby. We need these. Now I can show some love to everybody who has been rocking with us here. And right on cue, missed free throws, ladies and gentlemen. Missed free throws, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, no way.
Missed free throws, ladies and gentlemen. And back-to-back missed free throws. Towns gets the rebound. Towns, he shoots a wild one, can't get it to fall. And what is this beginning to the game? Wide open Nembhard. He has Bridges going flying, steps back for the three ball, gets it to fall. And the Pacers crowd. Wow, what are we watching right now? New York Knicks getting opportunities, can't get to fall. Bridges takes his time. He gets the pump fake. That one finally goes down for Mikal, back to a 2-point lead for the Knicks. And it's been an odd start, man. I cannot say that enough. As there's 8:13 remaining in this first quarter, a low-scoring quarter so far, 6-4. Halliburton, who has not been great in the first half of any of these games, game 1 and game 2. It looks like that's continuing here today, but Anunoby wants the three ball, and Anunoby's going to get the three ball. Here we go. You see my underdog fantasy picks. Anunoby was my pick for today in points, going for 15.5 or higher. Halliburton gets fouled, can't get the N1, but he will get free throws, a reach in there on the shot. Shooting foul for Halliburton. Free throws coming up. But shout out to my mods and members in the chat, man. Shout out to Jay Rose, Rafael DeLuna, John Global, Unknown, Eddie Suarez, Curtis West, Gregory Weiner. Shout out to John Talento holding it down. Russell Whiskey, D. Cannon. Halliburton makes the first free throw. Dave C said, guys look tight today. Genergy, what up? Genergy said, focus, come on. I agree. Pastor Will Cruz with the $2 super said Bridges is the one who should be on the bench. That's a thing that you are the only one with that belief. You must not have been watching the playoffs, but we appreciate the $2 super. 9-6 is the score. And we got 7:40 remaining in this game. Brunson using the screen. Brunson trying to get it to the open man. He finds Bridges. Bridges another corner three. This one no good again. Pascal Siakam pushing the pace. He has OG right in front of him. Throws up some nonsense. Towns can't get the rebound. Going to go out of bounds. And going to stay Pacers. Ball Siakam rolling around the floor. What up, young On? I see you. Knicks all day says we are going back all tied up. Love that energy. I love that energy. Aaron Nesmith gets all the space in the world, but can't get the three ball to fall. Both teams just not shooting well to start this one off. But luckily, the Knicks holding on to that 3-point lead. Brunson gets pushed off. Towns thinks about getting it to Anunoby, but doesn't. Oh, he will go to Anunoby. Anunoby, great pump fake, gets the floater, can't get it to fall. But Mitchell Robinson already showing the impact early. 11-6, timeout called by the Pacers. And in a game of a lot of ugly, the Knicks playing just a tad bit better. But this team needs to clean it up. Both teams shooting terribly to start off. But the Knicks just doing just enough to hold on to this 11-6 lead. But we know how this game goes. It's going to go back and forth. But right now we're seeing the early effects of this starting lineup change. Mitchell Robinson playing a big part in giving us second opportunities. He's already scored 2 baskets off of putback. So Tom Thibodeau, to the surprise of nobody, making the right decision, putting Mitchell Robinson in the lineup. And when I say to the surprise of nobody, I mean to the surprise of nobody that Mitchell Robinson should have been in the starting lineup. Not that we are surprised that he made an adjustment. That we are surprised about. Shoquan said, we want ugly, CK. I agree. We want the mucky. We want the grimy. We want it to be nasty. because the Knicks thrive in nasty. What up, Game Hunter? What's up, bro? Hope you're good, man. Indiana off to a slow start, so we start off slower. Come on, guys. Facts. Jet Life said, let's keep a lead. Can we try that? John Global, $5 super said, Mitchie cleaning it up. Gives us a ton of second chance points. And Hart Nest, be a spark plug off the bench. Let's effing go, Knicks. Yep. It's crazy how if this works out, we can have the conversation that the Knicks nerfed themselves.
Tragic.
We can talk about how the Knicks nerfed themselves and got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals if this lineup actually works out well. And a lot of people have been calling for the lineup change since the regular season to get Mitchell Robinson in the starting five. Hell, when Towns became a Knick, everyone was anticipating and excited to see Towns and Mitch together in the starting five. And then that became a conversation of, can we even get 5 minutes of them in a game together? But here we are, backs against the wall, dropping both games in the Garden to start off this series. And Tom Thibodeau's finally forced to make an adjustment that everybody saw all season long. But like I said at the top, now the question still stands. He did one thing right, but will he do the bigger change and keep Campaign's Sid-looking self on the bench? That's the next adjustment. That's the next adjustment. Will we see some Shamet tonight? We'll see. Shamet or DeLon Wright. Either way, they're going. Either one of them in a different way will give you just a teeny bit more than what we get from Campaign, one way or another. DeLon Wright defensively, good for the guards. And Landry Shamet, we know his ability to take a shot and get to his spots within an offense rather than Campaign forcing up junk. So one way or another, you're getting a tiny bit more, if not a lot more, from either one of those guys over Campaign. So we going to see what Tom Thibodeau does in that second quarter. But right now, at least, we got to start a lineup change. And, I'm glad to be wrong because I said that Tibbs wouldn't do it, and here we are. $5 super from Mark saying, Mitchie ain't no snitchy. Don't mess with Blockness. Already 2 offensive rebounds leading to 4 points. Let's go Knicks. Aaron Nesmith for the big 3. That's no good. Rebounded by the Pacers as it's tipped away from Turner. Halliburton extra pass out to Siakam. Siakam thought about it. Siakam, he throws the lob to Turner. Turner with Brunson on him gets the layup right over the smaller Jalen Brunson. I'm expecting a big game from JB. 38.5 assists and points from the captain is what I'm looking for here tonight. Brunson picked up by Aaron Nesmith. Andrew Nembhard, wrong guard. And he gets the crossover, goes up for a wild floater, bounces everywhere but in. And the Pacers now looking at a 3-point deficit. Halliburton, he goes off the cross. Brunson does a good job staying in front of him. Brunson doing a solid job here defensively. Trying to die on the screen. Brunson staying with it. Halliburton throws something up, and Halliburton just making a difficult layup. Can't blame Brunson on that one. That was a solid defensive play from Brunson, but a wild shot goes down for Halliburton. 5:48 remains. Mikal Bridges picks it up. Tom Thibodeau, whether it's Hart or not with Hart, Tom Thibodeau not going to the bench just yet. Starters all out there still. Brunson drawing some contact. And, I mentioned Shamet and Payne, but there's also a possibility that Precious could be that 8 guy. There is a big possibility now with the 2 bigs in the game right now. There's a huge possibility that Precious Achiuwa could be that 8th guy, and it might not even be Landry or DeLon Wright. Especially with Josh Hart coming off the bench now. My brain didn't even realize that. There is a big possibility that Achiuwa could be that 8th guy as opposed to Campaign. Now with Hart coming off the bench, and we know that Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks like to run with Josh Hart as the main ball handler, but right now we're seeing Karl-Anthony Towns, the first one on going to the bench as Hart checks in. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We got 560 in the chat right now. Big game 3 for the New York Knicks. Trailing 0-2 in this series, one game at a time, and it starts here in Indiana. Knicks have been the best road playoff team this season in these playoffs, and they're looking to continue that here in Indiana to try and defy the odds. The only other team better than the Knicks are, well, the Pacers, who just got 2 games in New York to start off the series. Miles Turner with a wild pass, deflected and stolen by Bridges. Bridges trying to get to a spot. He finds Hart. Hart now looking to get to somebody, anybody, but he picks up his dribble early with 15 seconds. Back out to Bridges. Bridges with 13 seconds on the shot clock. He looks to create something. He has Obi Toppin on him. He likes the matchup. He likes the shot. And Bridges, big fadeaway jumper over Obi Toppin. Right now, you're already seeing the Indiana Pacers trying to figure out the matchups now with the already much different lineup, because Mitchell Robinson playing big minutes early here. Karl-Anthony Towns went to the bench first. So we'll see, man. (15-10), 4:51 remaining in this first quarter. Miles Turner gets the ball. Miles Turner finding Andrew Nembhard. Deuce McBride, by the way, checking in for Anunoby. Obi Toppin firing from way downtown. That's no good. Rebounded by... They called a foul on the Knicks there on Miles Turner. Not entirely sure where the foul is right there. Interesting call there, but the Pacers now getting a third opportunity. What are we looking at here? Oh, grabbing the jersey. Yeah, no, you can't do that. Yeah, no, that's what I call Deuce grabbing onto his jersey instead of boxing out. Mitchell Robinson gets pushed to no avail. And another call. They're getting another opportunity. Miles Turner, the bigger player, getting bullied by the smaller players, and the referees are buying into it. First of all, the push off from Nembhard. Oh, no, that's a solid box out. He gets tied up with Deuce, and Deuce is going to pick up 2 fouls early. What is going on? Nembhard to Turner. Turner firing a 3. And the referees got what they wanted after bailing them out 3 times in a row. The 3 ball for Turner. 13 of 15. Interesting call. What was that from Hart? Not even a smart alley-oop there. Knicks now back in transition. Pacers for the big 3. Ben Shepherd has earned himself minutes, and now is a key player in the Pacers lineup as the Pacers take their first lead of the game. Boneheaded play after boneheaded play for the New York Knicks continues to show its very, very jury head as the Pacers take advantage. Cannot make these kind of mistakes against the Pacers. Have we learned nothing from game 1 and 2? Clearly not. 16-15 is the score. Pacers now holding on to their first lead of the game. Knicks just do not know how to close the deal. They do these things right, make all these right decisions, and then the minute they check into just being stupid, they can't look back. Crazy, man. Cat is like, AB afterthought on this team makes no sense. I mean, I missed the context there. Keep playing the game. Amen, Energy. Yep. Got to keep it going. Got to keep it going. What up, Kasiki said, not going to hold y'all. CK's play-by-plays, epic, no glaze, pause. I appreciate you. Man, can we bring back being able to compliment somebody without it having to be glazing, bro? We are in a generation of negativity, bro. You shouldn't even have to say that. I appreciate the words, but man, my God. We in such a negative generation. Everything, you can't compliment somebody without it being what? Being something, bro. I appreciate you. Don't worry about it. No other fan base deserves this. Well, if the Knicks regardless of if the Knicks deserve it or not, the team needs to go out there and act like it. You know, we trying to stay as strong as we can, but the team not really having our back. Bandit said facts. I'm saying, I just don't understand. I just don't understand, bro. I appreciate the love, but like the fact that you had to say no glaze, like what? You just complimented somebody, bro. Knicks are down 1, not 11. Relax. Tell him, Nanga. What up, DTB? Hope you're good, bro. CK, no compliment for the opposition. Who complimented the opposition? I'm not the opposition. Who's the ops? Who you talking about? What you mean? Joe said free DeLon and Precious. I'd rather have either right in, take out Brunson, or even Precious. Ben Shepherd looks like the guy that cleans up the fish at the fish market. Well, I don't know if we can keep that meme up because Ben Shepherd been playing some solid minutes for the Pacers, man. Russell Whiskey, $2 super say, can we get a mod to get rid of the spam? Look, man, y'all commenting so fast anyways, the spam ain't really doing anything. Don't worry about it. Just ignore it and move on. Shout out to our mods. We got it. We got it, man. One game at a time, ladies and gentlemen. Choose to look at it how you want to look at it. I choose to look at it one win at a time. Miss me with the, it's been this long since this team has done that. I don't care about that, bro. It is 2025. The Knicks have done some amazing things already thus far. All it takes is for this team to clean it up. And I still believe in this squad against the Pacers. I do. Call me crazy. I don't care. 4 seconds remain here. Brunson shooting the 3 ball over. Shepherd gets that one to fall, and Knicks take the lead right back, 18-16. Deuce McBride staying in front of TJ McConnell, and McConnell just goes down. Oh, and they're going to call it. McConnell just trips on his own foot, and they're going to call the foul on McBride. Interesting. That's 3 fouls on Deuce. So now Tom Thibodeau has a decision to make. Deuce checked in, and they're trying to foul him out in no time. 2 of those 3 fouls. The grabbing foul he had on Turner, that's definitely a foul. That was the right call. But 2 of those 3 fouls are raggedy calls, man. Not a great start, man. Interesting. 18-17 is the score. We got 3:29 remaining. The Pacers looking to tie it up right here with the free throw, and McConnell will. Tom Thibodeau electing to. No, DeLon Wright checks in. So decision has been made. Deuce has to sit with the 3 fouls. Bridges going cross court. He gets blocked by Bradley. Bridges just gave the ball right to him. But DeLon Wright now into the lineup. Tom Thibodeau making a lot of adjustments here. First with Mitchell Robinson, who has not sat down yet, by the way. And another, what is going on? They're going to call a foul on Brunson. What is actually happening? Wow. What did Brunson do? What did Brunson do? What is happening right now? All right, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I guess it's going to be one of those games. Knicks going to have to play through it and not leave it up to the referees because right now, referees trying to foul us all out in 1 quarter. 18-20 is the score. Mitchell Robinson and Brunson playing the total of this first quarter, and Mikal Bridges as well. Brunson finally gets a foul, but he's not going to get the and one. Brunson has an opportunity here to tie this game back up. Bradley picks up the foul. Eddie Suarez says the Knicks, or what the league wants Indiana in the finals. That's an interesting call, but you know. Stephen D said, how can JB's footwork be so good on O, but so bad on D? That is a perplexing question. L. Figgy said this is why NBA games are unwatchable. Yeah, officials aren't great. Officiating has never been great, but you know, got to play with it, got to play through it. Not only so much we can do about it. But right now, Brunson makes both free throws, ties it up. And now we're looking at a 9-point game for JB, 4 for 4. Cross-court pass from Halliburton. McConnell has all the time in the world. Smokes the three. Mitchell Robinson rebounds it. He finds Hart. Hart now pushing the pace. Hart gets it over to Bridges. Bridges with Bradley on him. Bridges trying to get to somebody. Hart with the wild pass. And Mitchell Robinson has been great in this first quarter. McConnell trying to take advantage of the sleeping Knicks, and look at the DeLon Wright effect already paying dividends. Steal there for DeLon Wright. Knicks now trying to look for a scoring opportunity off of the steal. Screen set there by Mitch. Brunson with the step back three over Halliburton. Can't get it to fall. Great defensive play leads to a not so needed 3-point attempt. Here comes the Pacers trying to inbound it. We got Bradley right over the smaller defender. How does that keep happening? How do they end up getting the smaller guy on the bigs, man? Come on, man. Bridges finding Josh Hart. DeLon Wright taking his time. DeLon Wright, who had a good run in place of the injured Brunson, and Josh Hart off the dribble fires a brick. DeLon Wright had a good run off of the injured Jalen Brunson, but then once Brunson came back, we never saw DeLon Wright again except for a few spotty minutes as TJ McConnell makes a layup there to give the Pacers a 2-point lead. And yeah, the New York Knicks, every time they do something right, they just cannot continue it. Brunson, a late call, but he'll finally get it. Foul called on Indiana. Need these from Jalen Brunson. Here comes some free throws from JB. Cat hasn't scored yet because Cat has been on the bench for the majority of this first quarter. He checked out earlier. Brunson making the first free throw, by the way. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. We're already sitting at 760 with still time in the first quarter to go. We appreciate you guys. And Brunson ties it up. 11 points early for JB. DeLon Wright in the game to step up and help us out defensively. Turner open for the three. Trying to take advantage of Karl-Anthony Towns. Obi Toppin hands it off to Nembhard. Nembhard picked up by Brunson. Brunson almost flat-footed there. That's dangerous, but Nembhard still gets to his spot. The mid-ranger with so much space goes down. 2-point lead. Josh Hart trying to power his way through. Gets fouled, and Hart now getting 2 free throws. Josh Hart holding on to his left wrist, but trying to play through it. What'd you say? He said McBride needs to step up and get 10 points. Well, McBride got 3 fouls, so today might not be a McBride game. And that hurts me as well because I did pick McBride to give me at least 2 threes today. We'll see. But Josh Hart gets the first free throw to fall. His heart seems to have hurt his arm on that play. Went down hard. But luckily still makes the first free throw. We need that. Real Talk Radio, it sure does. It sure does. Minus some of the interesting calls by the referees early. neutralizing Deuce McBride for the first half. I like the decisions thus far. Mitchell Robinson giving us some great first quarter minutes. But 26 is on the board. 38 seconds remain in the first quarter. Not the cleanest of halves. Look at DeLon Wright already. The impact of DeLon Wright already showing. They said that's a tough shot by McConnell. And they're trying. Look, here go the Pacers complaining. Oh my God! I just anybody but this team, bro. I swear to God, please not again. I just do not want to get eliminated by this team again, bro. I can't stand them, man. 28-26, Brunson trying to get past the Pacers. He has Nembhard in front of him, and Brunson it looked like he just lost the ball, but apparently the ball was tipped out of bounds. Nembhard not even arguing it. But look at this defensive play by DeLon Wright. Just a tough shot by McConnell, man. 2.8 remains on the shot clock. They need a good one. Hart's going to be the one to take the three ball. He misses everything. Dorrell find for DeLon, an extra play. But no, they're going to call a foul. Great extra play from DeLon Wright, but what's the foul? What is Towns doing, bro? Oh, my God. What is Karl Anthony Towns doing? Why lead with your body, bro? He does some of the... I just don't understand him sometimes, dog. He literally led with his body into... Oh, my God. He's such a good offensive player. He is a talent. He is an anomaly. You can even talk about him being one of those unicorns. But defensively, bro, my God. Not sure what's happening here, but the score right now, 4-point game. Stupid foul from Karl Anthony Towns there. I thought they were calling the foul on DeLon Wright. And I'm like, there's nothing there. That's a hustle play. He lost the ball. What are we calling? But no, Towns just runs into him on purpose. Not much time left here. Anunoby double clutches, throws up some nonsense. And Lord have mercy, what an ugly first quarter, bro. That gets one of these, man, for real.
What the hell? Oh, my God. No way.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Knicks. I just... With where we are in this series, with how much heart we've played with how much grit we've played with in this playoff so far, to be down 2-0 in this series, it blows my mind how this team comes out and plays. I just don't understand. It is such a far, like the mental is just so weird, man. Come on, man. He said, CK, I'm sorry, but that's a soft call. But Towns shouldn't even be putting himself in that situation. That's the problem I have with it. Soft call or not, what are you doing? Why are you leading with your body as a big man? That's like one-on-one. All the player has to do is fall. That's all you got to do. It's just not smart from Towns. He ain't even trying to guard. He's leading with his body, trying to push. Like, it's just not a smart play. Soft call or not. It's not smart. It's just not a smart play, man. Towns just got to run back. Exactly. Or if you're be big. Like, if you're going to be there, be there. But, like, why are you leading with your body? All the player got to do is fall. And that's exactly what he did. It's just not a smart play. It's not, like, that's, again, we talk about one-on-one. If that's not one-on-one, that's 102 on defense. Like, don't do that, man. Jacob Test said it's chemistry, CK. CK is the most valuable and hardest to find commodity in the NBA. I think you mean chemistry is the hardest commodity to find, but I appreciate you saying CK is the hardest commodity to find in the NBA. I appreciate that. But yeah, no, 100%. 100%. But the problem, my issue with that, with the chemistry conversation is, at this point in the season, man, with everything we've gone through in these playoffs so far, we just all of a sudden forgot the chemistry issue? Or that we forgot about chemistry? So I have a hard time co-signing that it's just a chemistry thing. I have a hard time with that. Now, trust, that's a different conversation. I believe that. El Figgy said the Celtics gave us a false sense of security, right? Frank says, oh yeah, I know Frank is loving my rant on Towns. He said, CK, he doesn't know how to play defense. It's why I call him the worst defensive big ever. Yeah. CK is an impossible commodity. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. No glaze, right? No glaze. Let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss any supers. Oh, shout out to all the supers. Let me see the ones I didn't get. Pats Nation, by the way, I did miss your $2 super to start off the show. He said, let's go, Knicks. Have faith. We got this. Amen. One game at a time. But I need my team to feel the way I feel, man. Confidence. One game at a time. Out here playing like we want the Pacers to win. We read Pastor Will. We read John Global. We read Marks. We read Pastor Wills again. We read Russell Whiskies. Pat's Nation said DeLon time. Yup. Mark with the $5 super said, hey, look at the bright side. At least Towns averages 2 stupid fouls a game and got one of them out the way early. Facts. Big facts. Big facts. But shout out to all our supers. We got 900 in the building already. And shit, bro, Tom Thibodeau. Tibbs went all the way to the analytic department and they told him, you got to play more players. Because now Landry Shamet, we are seeing a lineup of DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet, Josh Hart, and I think I saw Towns and somebody else. I didn't see who it is. Now they got us looking at Miles Turner. I don't want to look at Miles Turner. I'm trying to see who we got on the floor. But Tom Thibodeau, again, some of it might be, it's OG Anunoby's the fifth. Some of this is most likely because of the early foul trouble of Deuce McBride. I don't want to, peace and love. I don't want to fully give all that credit to Tibbs. I think Tibbs is forced to now bring out Landry Shamet because of the foul trouble. Deuce already has 3, so Deuce is done for the first half. Miles Turner getting called for a soft call there, but we'll take it. We need those because they got a bunch of them in the first quarter. But interesting, man. Landry Shamet, DeLon Wright, both playing some meaningful minutes here. And, I look at Landry Shamet as like how Ben Shepherd has been for the Pacers. He could go out there and give us some meaningful minutes and make some big-time buckets when given the opportunity. Shamet, we forget, he's ended the season really well, shooting positively and right on cue, and I'm trying to compliment him. Thank God for DeLon Wright saving the play, but Towns can't make the layup, and we can't get the rebound. Thank God McConnell hits it out of bounds. I was just about to give Shamet some love because he did close out the season really well for the Knicks and then just vanished in the rotation. But look at DeLon Wright with the hustle play. Gets it right to Towns, and Towns, who was gifted a layup, can't get it to fall. But the Knicks with another opportunity. Anunoby finding Towns. Towns is thinking about shooting it. He shimmies. He goes all the way. He goes up for the strong layup, and that time it will go down 28-30. New York Knicks now with a brand new looking 5. We haven't seen this 5 at all in the playoffs. This is brand new. Benedict Mathurin triple clutching, not even just double clutching, misses it. Rebounded by the Knicks. But we're seeing some solid defense so far by the New York Knicks. Oh, my God, Karl Anthony Towns from way downtown. That's no good. And Hart trying to get the steal there. McConnell, he gets to the free throw line. He fires, and he gets it to fall. You gave him so much space. He's going to take it and make it. OG Anunoby back to Towns. Towns thought about doing it again, but this time puts the ball on the ground, goes right at Turner. He goes up for a wild take. He draws contact. That's no foul, but he will get the bucket to fall regardless. Cutting the lead back down to 2. DeLon Wright applying some pressure, forcing a tough inbound. 30-32. McConnell over to Turner. Turner on the drive. Turner right over Hart, and Turner trying to respond to the early Karl Anthony Towns offense. DeLon Wright, the sole ball handler here. That man. Why does he? I'm not going to say it, chat. But hey. Mark, that's the second one. I better not see no more, Mark. That was number 2. That was number 2. Stupid. Set the screen. Don't pick a spot and then just move the body wherever the player goes. That's not how it works. DeLon Wright trying to save it, but just gets pulled down. No foul called right in front of the referee, too. Siakam pulling down DeLon Wright. And yeah, you better let him know. DeLon Wright letting the referee know what happened there. Referee just saying, I see it. I ain't see it. My bad. I'll get the next one. I ain't see it. Probably the referee. 30-34. 9:35 in the game. Another McConnell bucket at the same exact spot. 6-point lead for Indiana. And it is all defensive for the New York Knicks at this point. The Knicks defensively are just getting cooked. Towns can't get the 3 ball to fall there. But look, when we don't score, the Pacers will. And we saw that again right there. 8-point lead. Like, the Knicks are in a spot where we cannot give up possessions and not score because the Pacers are going to score on the other end because our defense is just not there. We don't have a defense. We got McConnell making free throw jumpers with ease. Siakam continuing off of a great game. Yeah, man. As long as our defense doesn't exist, the Knicks aren't even going to give themselves a chance. Defense is the key, man. If that don't show up, yep, this is going to be a short series because the Pacers right now are playing on a high, and they just want it more than we do. At least that's what we're seeing on our TV screens. We look, as fans, we can puff out our chest, we can talk all tough for our team all we want. But if the team on the floor don't want to play for it, then what else are we supposed to do, man? Because the Pacers, they just clearly look like they want it more. Knicks need to wake up before this one gets away from us. 8-point game. 8-point game, 38-30. We got 980 in the chat right now. Appreciate everybody rocking with us here on KFTV for another play-by-play brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You guys see my Underdog Fantasy picks for the night. Looking for 2 threes from Deuce McBride if he ever checks back onto the floor. I'm also looking for a big OG and an OB game, and he's letting me down yet again. Only 3 points to start off the game. Tyrese Halliburton, who has had 11 assists in back-to-back games. I think that's just been his formula, and it's worked. Move the ball early and then try and take some big shots in the fourth quarter. Something I wish my point guard would do, but we'll see. But, yeah, I picked the higher on 8.5 assists from Tyrese Halliburton. And speaking of my point guard, Jalen Brunson. I do expect Jalen Brunson to move the ball more, and he's not. 11 points and 1 assist. And the New York Knicks trailing by 8. Just not looking good so far, but plenty of time. Knicks need to wake up and clean it up. Shout out to all the supers we just got. Let me back it up and make sure I read them all. Let me go back to Pastor Will Cruz with a $5 super. Said the only time Cat touches the ball is when JB is out. Can someone explain what's going on? $5 super, and that's a solid point. Laid back 91, $2 super said is called slow in the head. I'm not going to talk about one's psychology, but not the smartest of plays thus far. Googa Too Lovely, $5 super said we are not playing like a team. That season is on the line. That is the best super chat we have gotten on the day. Because he is right. That's exactly what I'm seeing too. We just looking like next one. We give up possessions like they don't matter. We out here missing shots like we about to go lock them up on the other side. We're not doing that. Google Too Lovely preaching. Mark with another $5 super said, honestly, I'm honestly done with Towns. Rather have Mitchell in, and at least he really realizes we can't trade buckets and let them have quick transitions, plus no dumb fouls. Amen. I agree with that. Freeway Hustler 21, $5 super said, Tibbs can't expect guys he never plays to bail him out. I'm not even mad at them. The guys that haven't played, they're not playing terribly. It's just we, as a team, collectively, defensively, we suck. $5 super from Pats Nation said, Cat keeps settling instead of going to the rack. Let OG get some opportunities to make something happen. Cat has mentally checked out. Feels that way, right? Jesus Ches with the $5 super said, Cat is the dude in the park that shoot the ball as soon as he touches it and messes up the flow. Sit him down. That's a nice point. And Edge, speaking to Pat's Nation. OG Anunoby getting the dunk to fall there to finally cut into the lead. It's a 6-point lead, 32-38. Nice play from OG, but better pass to OG Anunoby. 8:43 left in this first half, and the Pacers right now having a great second quarter. You know, we like to keep track of the quarter battles in these games, and the Pacers off to a hot start, and they just cannot miss. They cannot miss. They're taking advantage of the mismatches. They're taking advantage of getting the open shots, and they're not missing them. 5 for 6 from the field in this second quarter. Landry Shamet finding Anunoby. Back to Shamet. Shamet for the open three ball. That one is no good. Rebounded by Mathurin. And here comes TJ McConnell. I'm looking at the defense again. Screen set. He finds Siakam. Siakam over to Mathurin. Mathurin back to Nembhard. Nembhard picked up by Hart. I do not like this 5. Josh Hart's going to get caught up there, and that's a foul on Hart. And Mathurin does a good job getting himself to the line. Yeah, it's an odd 5, man. We got to have a Brunson out there. We got to have a Bridges out there. Like, I'm glad we got Shamet in the game, but to have Shamet and DeLon Wright in there when you got Hart on the court, I don't understand. I don't like that. I don't like that. If you're doing Shamet and DeLon Wright, but you got Bridges and OG, then we can let that slide. But or OG and the Twin Towers, then I can let it slide. But if you got Hart as your 3 alongside Shamet and DeLon Wright, I don't like that. That's a fun regular season attempt, but for the playoffs, that don't make sense to me. So Tom Thibodeau finally going to his bench, but I don't know if I completely agree with how he's going about it, but that's my 2 cents. 42-32, 10-point lead for the Indiana Pacers. Pacers doing everything right here in this second quarter. Like we mentioned earlier, they were 5 for 6. They just got a couple of free throws from Benedict Mathurin. And Anunoby on the post. He thinks about it. He throws a pass to the right. Right finding Shamet. Shamet for the 3 ball. Much needed 3 from Landry Shamet. That's what we need from Landry Shamet. We need those shots to go down. He's never scared to shoot them. And Shamet gets that big 3 to fall. Lucky about him is he's a dead-eye shooter. Doesn't take much space for him to get a 3 ball. And the Pacers are trying to get it, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. And great, this is great play from Benedict Mathurin. Let the shot clock run out instead of just accepting the turnover. And Miles Turner tried to get down there to get something to happen, but doesn't get there in time. That is probably one of the weirdest plays ever, but Mathurin doing the right thing. He's killing clock. DeLon Wright going to OG Anunoby. Knicks just need to chip away here, and Towns about to get some nonsense. And it's going to be on Turner. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. He said Tibbs is so lost with these lineups. Yeah, Tibbs is finally doing the right thing, right? He's going to his bench and whatnot, but yeah, the pairings are just a little weird. Like I said, it's weird to have Wright, Shamet, and Hart together. I don't know about that. I don't know. But again, like I said, Shamet probably wouldn't have even gotten minutes if it wasn't for Deuce getting in that early foul trouble. That's what I think. I don't think Tibbs wanted to go a 9-man rotation. He should, but I don't think he wanted to. I think he was forced to because Deuce has 3 and he's not going to play till the third quarter. But yeah. The other unfortunate thing too is I said it so confidently all season long that, you know, you bring Josh Hart off the bench, you think he's going to give you some positive play and some effort off the bench and some energy off the bench. Hart looks the exact same. Again, first game with him going to the bench, but Hart looks the exact same. And that's not in a good way. Hart got 2 points, an assist, and a foul. Hart not really making any impact off of the bench like I thought he would. Not like he did when we first traded for him and he was playing off the bench then. But again, it's the first game with this change, so I can't really hold that against Hart, but it's not hitting the way I thought it would have hit. But again, too soon to tell. Frank White said defense wins chips. That's facts. B Mills was good. He said, all right, I'm home. Hopefully this can get better. Yeah, man. It's not completely out of the way. It's not completely unwinnable, but man, the New York Knicks are trying to make it so. Let me read some more supers real quick. I know we got a few of them. Appreciate all of the amazing people in the KnicksFanTV, Knicks Nation, rocking with us here, or not Knicks Nation. I know I saw a Celtics fan somehow making their way to the chat, and I get it. Not much other basketball to watch, so you're here to watch the hopeful downfall of the Knicks, and I get it. I wouldn't personally, but I get it. John Global, $2 super said JB tries to move it. Dudes bricking shots all night. I agree with you on that, John Global. Not the best shooting night. The first game took the sails out of the Knicks mentally. That's weak. Then we have no business trying to talk about the NBA Finals if that's the case. Sean, peace and love. If that's the case, then we shouldn't be wasting our time here thinking about the NBA Finals. If one game is going to take energy out of us, you got to be mentally tough. That's why these next two games are important. Game 3 and Game 4. You got to show some got to be mentally tough in these ones. If that's the case, yeah, then we might as well just bounce. Mark, $5 super said, my tips conspiracy theory. He's throwing them in with the lineup so he can justify not playing them again with their play. The crazy thing is, Mark, I wouldn't put that past Tibbs at all. But now's not the time, Thomas. Now is not the time. We got 1,100 in the building right now. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Big Game 3 underway. Pacers with the early lead, 42-35. They are winning the quarter battle as they had 30 in the first, 12 right now. But we're going to see, man. Frank said, okay, I'm starting to be done with Cat on this team. Not there yet, but it's slowly climbing. What up, D-Soul? I see 11K in the chat. You see 11K? Damn, shout out to 11K. That's not what I see, but hey, I like yours better. Brunson wide open for the mid-ranger and can't take advantage. Oh, my goodness. The Knicks right now, when it gets bad, it can also get worse. Nembhard, oh my God, he really, Ed Malloy fell for that. What is the foul differential? It probably a lot closer than I think, but the Knicks with 11 fouls and the Pacers with 8. So it's a lot closer than it feels, but my God. Brunson 2, Towns 2, Anunoby 2. We talk about McBride with 3. Yeah, it's a weird start here from the officials, but got to play through it. Halliburton gets so much space. 3 ball for Tyrese. He's no good. Rebounded by Hart. Hart dribbles right into the double team. Towns there to save him. Towns finding Hart. Hart had a wide open OG. Instead goes over to Bridges. Bridges trying to get through the double team. Bridges looking around to get to somebody. Gets the ball to Towns. Looked like he almost lost it. Towns with the matchup of the lifetime. Goes right past Halliburton. Draws the contact. Gets the and one play here. And Halliburton trying to argue like they should have been a foul on Towns. But it's easily an and one there. Man, ain't nothing there, man. You just weak. You're too little. For once, Towns does not push off. He's just getting your hands off of him. That's legal. You can do that. And trust me, I've been hard on Towns all season long with those stupid push-offs. But Rick Carlisle disagrees. So Rick Carlisle is going to go for the challenge. I think this is legal. So there's that push off there. Oh, he grabbed his arm, so he might have an argument. I take it back. Didn't see the grab. Never mind. Towns did the normal thing right when I was ready to defend Towns. He did the grab. Shout out to that second camera angle. Towns did the thing again. This is going to be a foul on Towns. Pacers about to win this challenge, bro. I was so ready. From the other angle, when you got your hands on you as a defender, you can push off. That's completely legal. When the player has their arms on you, the defender has their arms on you, and you push them off and get past them, that's legal. Now, you obviously can't push off, but you can push off like this if the hands are on you. But from the point of view that we saw just now, Towns was holding on to him, forcing Halliburton to have his hands on him. Can't do that. That is a Karl Anthony Towns special. He loves grabbing onto the defenders to try and force contact. And the amount of times it has worked this season, not as many as you think. So that's going to be overturned. Freeway Hustle at 21, $5 super set. Fans of other teams, stay glazing. KFTV, just hit that like on your way in, though. Right. Hey, man, look. If we got haters, we got people that don't want to see us thrive, then that means the Knicks are doing something right. So, you know, we appreciate the views. We appreciate the analytics. But y'all just wasting your breath here. Yeah, I don't see this angle. This angle works in Towns' favor to me, but when you see the other angle where he grabs onto Halliburton's arm, yeah. If we can get away with this one, thank God, but there's no way. So the way we could win this here is they will still win the challenge, but they'll say that the foul happened earlier. Yeah. Yep. I can't even be mad at that. Yeah. How many times does he fall for that crap, bro? Cynthia W says, salute CK. This is what happens when you don't expand the rotation during the regular season. So Tibbs can know how to adjust with the guys he has on the floor. Cynthia, you are preaching, girl. You're preaching. I completely agree with you. Yeah, man. Throw those tomatoes at Towns. Such a stupid play. Not his first offense. He's done this a gazillion times before, bro. Anyways, here we go. Knicks going through the burner here tonight. Knicks, look at the fouls, man. Let's see if the beauty of this all, it's only a 7-point game, y'all. So, you know, this could all be happening and we could be getting absolutely smack-a-lacked. It's a 7-point game. It just comes down to defense and getting better shots. And with this lineup right here, there's an opportunity for some defensive stops. Anunoby trying to stay in front of Nesmith, but Nesmith squeaks on by to get a floater. 44-35, 9-point lead for Indiana Pacers. Bridges bringing the ball up the court. An okay game for Bridges thus far. I'm not really in love with anybody's game in this game except for Mitchell Robinson. Everyone else, I feel like, been wishy-washy on both ends. Bridges, corner 3 ball. He gets it short. Rebounded by Toppin. And here comes Halliburton going the other way. 5 minutes remains. Halliburton going over to Toppin. Toppin with the spin. Brunson goes down trying to get the charge. Does not work in his favor. Instead, Toppin scores over Brunson. The Pacers 7 for 9 from the field. An 11-point game. And the New York Knicks telling me to hold my beer when I said it's not that bad. Bridges, another brick. Rebounded by Robinson. Anunoby thinks about it. He fires another brick. Wing stop. Closing early on this Memorial Day weekend. Halliburton back to Nesmith. Nesmith faking the pass. Nesmith pushes Brunson out the way. And Brunson is going to get the foul from that. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying, chap. The Knicks are giving us nothing. I'm trying to stay positive. Y'all know me. But I'm also very real with how I call these games. Pacers just look so much better than we do, at least right now. At least in this current moment in time. We're not doing anything to withstand the blows. Pacers just cooking right now. I feel you, Cyber Chaos. I feel you. 48-35, 13-point game right now. New York Knicks trying to find something, anything to go right for them in this one. Hart now, he is getting locked up by Ben Shepherd. Shepherd doing a great job on Hart. Almost turns it over trying to pass it to Robinson. Brunson pushing Nesmith out the way, but Nesmith, we know he's been notorious for flopping all series long. Bridges, who has just not had a great start to this game, misses again. Oh, my goodness. Brick after brick being laid by Bridges and the Knicks. Halliburton throwing up some nonsense, draws a charge or foul on Bridges. But no, it's going to be a travel. Finally, a good call from the referees, and the Knicks now have another opportunity. Man, Bridges getting shots he wants. They are just not going in, man. Yeah, I think it's time. I can go ahead and Brunson just loses the ball. Halliburton going the other way. Halliburton with the alley-oop. And, yeah, the Pacers are at that point right now. 15-point lead for the Indiana Pacers. Hart hands it off to Bridges. Bridges trying to get it back to Brunson. 15-point game. And Ed Malloy calls a foul there. And Tyrese Halliburton crying about it. And Tyrese's defense, that is a bit of a makeup call there. I didn't see much either, but we'll take him. We'll take what we can get at this point. I can't believe this. Brunson steps into a three ball. That's no good. Rebounded by Shepherd. Pacers going the other way. Halliburton thinks about it. Halliburton left with so much space. (53-35), a mirrored score, and I'm going to say right here, loud and proud, I don't care what we've done so far. I don't care about 25 years. I don't care about this, that, defying the odds, beating defending champions. If this team gets swept or goes on a gentleman's sweep, I need Tom Thibodeau fired. Look, I don't care. I call it emotional. I've seen enough. I thought this man somehow saved his job after what he did in that last round. But looking at this man, get him out. Get him out. I can't even be sad. Like I can't. I'm so shook by what I'm witnessing right now from this team. And what I'm seeing, a team right now that looks like they are just going through the motions. I had to hear press conferences about Josh Hart loading up on my career, my player on MLB yesterday, because that's what we need to hear right now. And then a half-ass answer talking about he's a team player. I didn't even buy that. I don't care, bro. Because the bigger story here is you're at a point where you don't even know who to put on the floor together in this kind of a game. You're forced to go to the bench because of everything that's been transpiring with your boneheaded run the same five players for about 85 minutes lineup. And now when you're out here trying to figure out who to play with who, you don't even know because you don't play them. Now the Indiana Pacers up by 20 points. You wait for them to go on a run, and then you barely call the timeout when it's way too late. Anunoby sidestep. He goes up for a tough layup. Great take there from OG Anunoby. If we dare get swept or even a gentleman's sweep, bro, I don't care. I don't care about the 25-year BS. Off with his head, man. Great block there from Anunoby. But the foul's going to be on Mitchell Robinson there. He got enough contact. Free throws coming from Aaron Nesmith. Don't even know your damn roster, man. You don't even know your damn roster, man. And somehow with everything going on, you're going to keep Josh Hart out here because his name is Josh Hart, because we love Josh Hart. Get him out the game, man. What even is his plus minus? Look at his minus. Oh, bro, I'm done. Look, Look, players need to do the thing too. I get that. But Tom Thibodeau, bro. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up and call the game. I'm calling the game. Back to, turn it back on. Back to positive CK. And I'm going to say my famous catchphrase. There's still time. 37-56. Knicks trail by 19. Knicks need a desperate run here to get back in this one. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Mitchell Robinson. 56-37. 5 turnovers for the New York Knicks here. Backs against the wall. This is how they're going to respond. Ben Shepherd with the screen. Bradley with the rock. Bradley hands it over to Halliburton. Halliburton picked up by Mikal Bridges. He finds Siakam. Siakam fakes it. He finds Aaron Nesmith. Nesmith on the drive. Nesmith picked up by Hart. Extra pass to Bradley. Bradley firing a 3. That's no good, but that's how they're feeling at this point. Hart was falling before the contact, but we will take the foul because we take what we can get. The Knicks are going to have one of the best third quarters they have had all season long to try and cool down the momentum by the Indiana Pacers, because right now, Indiana is getting and doing whatever they want. And the Knicks have no response. None. Brunson, he settles. Nope, he's going to pass over to Hart because that's Hart looking around. Hart back to Brunson. Brunson picked up by Nesmith. Nesmith staying on him. Brunson trying to draw some contact. Throws up a floater over 2 defenders. Can't get it to fall. OG Anunoby wide open. Sidesteps. Big 3 ball. And thank God for Ogugua, who makes a big 3 to try and cut it down to 16. Nesmith gets the rock. Nesmith, almost gets the steal. Siakam still has it. Back to Nesmith. Knicks need to stop here to cut this lead down. Try to get it as close to 10 as possible. Cross-court pass to Nembhard. Nembhard gets hit with another foul by Brunson. Referees calling everything very close for the New York Knicks. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. And I know nobody's gonna agree with me on this. If I was Jalen Brunson, I got a technical foul right now. I don't care if it's bad for my team right now. I'm pissed, bro. I'm gonna be so real. With how terrible this officiating has been, bro, I would have had a tech. And y'all would have been talking trash about me. I swear to God. I would have crashed out. Camilla said, I'm just going to laugh now. Yeah. It's not a smart foul. It was stupid by Brunson. I ain't going to lie. It still crashed out, though. CK, need you with the fellas. I'm on postgame tonight. I'm going to try and say some words, but what am I going to say? Unless the Knicks have a phenomenal second half and turn this thing around, what am I supposed to say? I need dogs and tacticians on the coaching side. Need a coach who has an offensive and defensive mind. TwitchFanTV sounding off right now. Josh Hart gets a positive play. Cuts the lead back down to 16, but the Pacers right now, they are controlling the pace, for lack of a better phrase. Halliburton picked up by Landry Shamet. Halliburton extra pass there. Thank God for Mitchell Robinson showing what defense is like. Shamet thought about it. I would have rather Shamet shot that 3. I ain't going to lie. Siakam throws it cross court to Nesmith. Nesmith back to Nembhard. Nembhard picked up by Bridges. Bridges gets lost. Ends up on Siakam. Siakam luckily misses the mid-ranger. Nobody there to box out Bradley. Another offensive board. And this is arguably a perfect half for the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton cross-court pass over to Nesmith. Nesmith gets Shamet in the air. Nesmith gets the 3. It's short, luckily. Knicks now need to score here. Keep it as close to 10 as possible to give yourselves at least a shot in the second half. Bridges picked up by Nembhard. 15 seconds remain in this first half. Terrible screen set from Mitchell Robinson. Bridges back out to Shamet. Shamet sidestep. He goes back over to Bridges. Bridges missed a couple of those. And that time finally seeing a 3-ball fall. And it's back to 13. As the New York Knicks trying to do just enough to keep it respectable after a miserable first half. Halliburton throwing up a prayer. That's no good. And the New York Knicks laid the fattest of eggs after a abysmal first half. Now, we can make the conversations about the terrible officiating. That is definitely a factor. But the production on the floor defensively by the New York Knicks has been god-awful. And I'm standing on my stance on blaming Tom Thibodeau for this one because, look, I appreciate the adjustments and I appreciate the situation where I understand you're trying to figure out what you got to do with Deuce McBride in the foul trouble. I get that. But, man, oh, man. I can't even get the words out. Some of these combinations that we put out here in the wake of those foul troubles, in the wake of you trying to make these adjustments, these changes, made no sense in that first quarter or in that first half. Somehow Hart, off the bench, still finds a way to have the lowest plus minus. Brunson, the lowest plus minus of all the starters. Not having McBride, though, that really hurts. 2 fouls, terrible. 1 foul, definitely warranted. But everybody needs to wake up, man. Everybody needs to wake up. I'm going to need Tom Thibodeau to coach the half of his life, if that's possible. But I'm going to need the Knicks to wake up and play some damn defense. Offense, look, I'm never going to trip about this team offensively. I can't. There's nothing to trip about because we got weapons to get the score, to score the ball. But as long as we are letting this team shoot as well as they're shooting, we ain't got no chance, bro. 51% from the field. They only shot 13 threes and they're 3 of 13. Not great. But this isn't the Celtics. They're not going to settle for the 3 ball if it's not going to go in. They're not going to keep shooting the 3 ball. They know they have other ways of scoring. We saw T.J. McConnell shoot the mid-range how many times? I'm going to say it 1,000 times. The thing that blows my mind the most about all of this, is we are down 0-2 in this series, and this is how we're coming out, man. We are down 0-2 in this series, and this is our response. That's a bigger problem. And I'm having to listen to press conferences about somebody making a my career on MLB the day before. Fantastic. Shout out to everybody here on KnicksFanTV for the play-by-play brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. It's your boy CK2K in the building. Go check out my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. We're getting back on track this week. Yep, I have been slacking the last few weeks because I have been here doing my duties on KnicksFanTV, trying to give you guys the best coverage across the board for Knicks fans and, well, opposing team fans as well. It seems like we get a lot of opposing teams rocking with KnicksFanTV for one reason or another, but we appreciate the view. Right now we're at 1,500 on the play-by-play after a miserable, awful first half by our New York Knicks. But the beauty of basketball, we're going to bring this back to positive, CK. The beauty of basketball is there's 2 halves in a game. Can the New York Knicks somehow, some way, bring back the magic that we saw in the road games in the second round? Is it possible? We'll see. But there's tons of time left. We'll see what the New York Knicks do. Do they just roll over and play dead? Very possible. But I choose to believe that this team is going to turn it around and somehow make this respectable. But, hey, I've been wrong before. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 1,500 in the building. We got a lot of supers to go over. We got a lot of new members like NY Patriot 1018. Appreciate you. Father P says, CK, you've been solid all year. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I'm trying my best. Lost my cool a little bit, but, you know, we got to stay positive. Positive CK is going to stay in the building. I said what I said, though. I stand on my beliefs. Is it all on coach? No. But a big part of it is, and no one is going to convince me otherwise. I know they're going to try to on post game. But look, man, I see a coach that does not know what to do with his roster, does not know who to put with who. Can't convince me otherwise. And you should not be figuring that out. It should not have taken Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals for the adjustments that we're seeing being made now. I can't stand it's like I've said it since we hired him. It's a high school coach mentality. I don't like it. It's the difference from good and great. 25 years to get to this point. We were the favorites. I stand on we are the better matchup of the two teams. I don't care what the record is. Celtics fans probably saying the same thing. And they have every right to do so because, you know, they did have better matchups. They just could not get it done. And the Knicks right now looking the same way. I stand on I feel like our matchups are better. We just playing like doo-doo butt. How do we turn that around? Will we turn it around? I don't know. But 25 years for this, to just lose to the Pacers again, same story, another chapter. All right, let me get to these supers real quick. I think the last one I missed was scrolling up. We got a lot. Shout out to we got a lot. I don't want to miss any of these. Yeah, we got a lot. I want to make sure I don't miss. I think the last one I read was Freeway Hustler 21. But let me see if I didn't miss one before. Nope, I got the Mark with the Tibbs conspiracy. All right, let's go through them. Mark, $5 super said, it's all positive now. Towns 3 fouls means Robinson is back in the game, and we can actually make a run. I'm cool with another 28-minute Towns game. Unfortunately, after that went up, the Knicks went down by 20, even with Towns on the bench. But I love the optimism there, Mark. Pats Nation $2 super said, PJ is pissed at Cat. Hopefully he wakes up. Spoiler alert. Mark with the $5 super said, there is no ball movement. None. We have Robinson getting the ball up top, trying to get it past the three-point line. LMFAO, this is just funny at this point. Russell Whiskey, 28 months a member. Bring in Johnny Bryant. I think we burnt that bridge, Russell Whiskey. I think we did. Black Lil Rock with the 500 yen. Shout out to you, man. Good night, guys. I can't with this team. I'm out. And that one is probably our most liked super chat. So a lot of people agreeing with Black Lil Rock. Shout out to Twitch Fan TV. I'm going to get you guys in a second. Let me get to these supers real quick, though. LD, $2 super said, Dear Coach Tibbs, remember ESPN NBA The Jump? If you know, you know. Des Vintage, $2 super said, pressure should have been in this game, not hard. I don't see a world where Hart gets taken all the way out of the rotation. I think that's too far. That's too unrealistic. But I get what you're saying. Googa Too Lovely, $2 super said, we getting swept. I'm afraid it was a good run. I refuse to believe that we get swept, but man, if we do, nobody's job is safe. I don't care. I don't care what we did. I don't care about 25 years. I don't care what you did against the Celtics. I don't care. To then get swept when you're the favorite in Eastern Conference Finals, conversations need to be had. Explore all options. You know, let me stop. Off-season talk, we gonna save it. I ain't gonna start. We ain't gonna get that far. Positive vibes. So we still got time. B-Rays, $5 super said, what was the point of Hart not starting and still playing starter minutes? Well, see, I'm not mad at him playing starter minutes. What I'm mad at is he's playing minutes and still playing raggedy. So for that reason, he shouldn't be playing starter minutes. But if he was coming off the bench, played with the energy we all expect him to play, and was playing starter minutes, that's fine. But for him to not be playing well at all, and on top of that getting starter minutes, yeah, boneheadedness. Point for Tibbs. Negative point, that is. Good point, though, B-Rays. JP, $5 super said, Knicks ain't going to have anyone left in the fourth quarter. Everybody will be fouled out. Good point. Mount Black Nolan, $5 super said, imagine finally folding, making moves out of desperation after months and thinking it's just going to work. I hope we win in spite of this bozo coach. I hope so too, Mount Black. Look, at the end of the day, I just want my New York Knicks to do something that has not been done before. But look, not happy with a certain someone. Mark with the $20 super. My God. He said at this point, since everyone is coming in, let's get PJ Tucker in there to get a flagrant and tech on Turner or something. We need something like that for a spark. No joke, something like that would be legit helpful. Phenomenal super chat. And yeah, man, honestly, PJ Tucker's energy in general would be great. But the problem is he sat for so long, I don't even know if he would have the gas to make it. But it would be nice to have his energy out there. But PJ Tucker, he ain't safe. Out here talking about shoes and stuff when we down 0-2 in the series. He ain't safe either, man. Terry Cal 2 with the $2 super set. Awful. Embarrassing. $1 for a word. Pats Nation $2 super set. Keep believing. Fight to the final buzzer. Pats Nation, I got you. I had to get all my frustrations out, but for the second half, I will stay optimistic regardless of what the Frank Michaels and the negatives of the chat say. I will make sure I keep this as optimistic as possible for those who still want to believe in our basketball team turning things around. I got you. But right now, not the happiest of campers. NY Patriot, we showed some love to you, but appreciate you for rejoining the franchise. MZP Creation, $5 was a legacy game pending. Enjoy the ride, folks, and that's the energy we need. Shout out to MZP Creation. Knicks for the win, $2 super says, CK, how did we take them to 7 last year? Right, with less, right? With less. Yeah, man, I realized that halfway through the season, Julius Randle needs more appreciation. Hate it or love him. John Global, $5 super said, JB's foot stepped on, pushed in balls to ground, foul on him. What other stars treated this way? We need to turn this around pronto. Knicks for the win with another $2 super said, our team last year was 10 times better. Depth. And we were hurt. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We still sitting at 1,500 in the building as we are in halftime waiting for the second half to begin. And look, man. I'm going to let you guys choose to fan how you want to choose to fan. But I'm going to keep it optimistic. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep this so at least this broadcast is still entertaining to watch. It's the way I choose to go about this. Shout out to the great Mike Breen. That's the way I choose to go about this. I'm going to keep it optimistic and believe that our New York Knicks can turn this around in the second half. I know that the odds are against us. I know that things are not looking great, but that's the way I choose to announce this. So let's enjoy this second half and hope for the best. But there are a lot of conversations that need to be had. And those off-season conversations might be a lot sooner than we were expecting with the way that this game is looking in the Eastern Conference Finals. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the supers. Shout out to Twitch Fan TV as well. Let me show some love to the takes over there as well. I'm so sorry. Frank White said, mute the TV. Them bald clowns about to talk. Oh, I muted them right after Halliburton threw up that nasty floater. The mute was already on. Let me scroll up and see what I missed. Last thing I saw was Frank saying need a coaching offense. Yep. We got Nervionance. Nervionance. I don't know how to say your name, but Bradley taking the piss. He sure did. Took a 3 on us, bro. I wish Deuce was out here instead of Hart. Too bad he had 3 fouls, and not Deuce's fault. Let's not talk about how they got no pride and they just laying down. This is the worst we've looked all series to start. Facts, Rawls. Facts, Raw. Facts. Every single Indiana player scored. Every one of them. Only one that looks like he's fighting is Mitch. Facts. I need dogs. There's no soul. They're just going through the motion. Amen. Mute the T. Yep, we saw that. Not EJ. Shout out to EJ. Definitely not the better matchup. Knicks, Jays have no answer for Pacers offense. Yeah, that's what I said in this series. But I still would take our matchup any day of the week against this team. But, you know, comes down to pride and dog, and we just ain't got that right now, right? Why is the Chua not playing? Ask Tibbs. How you doing right now? Pissed. I think someone said already, but Tibbs not playing his full team during the regular season is a failure. Is what? Yep. I said it, and Cynthia W echoed it 1,000 times. Shout out to Cynthia W. She has been on that for a long time. But I did say that also in November, and I was told to let it go. But shout out to Cynthia W. She gets her respect as well. I think someone said, just wait until Cat gets even more disinterested and fouls out. We got some more supers to read. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, but I'm going to get to those supers in just a second. 1,500 in the building. Let Lily take like half a second. Back. Just checking on Little, man. Everything is good. All right, let me get these supers, man. We got some more supers in the building. Shout out to all the super chats, man. Look, somehow, some way, the Knicks fans showing up more than the Knicks team themselves. All these damn super chats in what has been one of the worst first halves for the New York Knicks in the playoffs. And we still getting a lot of supers. Shout out to the Knicks fans, man. I'm telling you, Knicks fans are the best in the game. Hate them or love them. I feel like they hate them because they ain't us. You know what I mean? They ain't got that kind of camaraderie and family feel on these other teams, so they hate on us for enjoying the little wins. They hate on us for having former players standing up and standing with their team in these games while they got nobody watching theirs. And then they want to turn that into a negative, saying that we're toxic. No, we are a family. And that's why we got the best fan base in the entire NBA. Peace and love. EC4 with a $5 super chat said, fire Tibbs, trade Cat, and please get rid of Mo Cheeks. Yeah, bro, the Mo Cheeks hiring makes 0 sense, man. God, I need to find that clip. I could not. I think it was on Twitch when I just didn't understand the hiring. Why get older? Oh, hate to say it because Tibbs came and turned us around, but win or lose, he needs to go. NY Patriot 1018. $5 super. Real quick before the second half begins, Ace Tag 31, $5 super said, gotta apologize to my fellow Knicks fans. I shaved earlier this week for my 30th birthday and ended up jinxing the Knicks this series. This is on you. No, it's not, bro. Don't blame yourself, Ace Tag. Mark with another $5 said, usually get mad at TNT comments, but just saw on Twitter someone posted that halftime show. Kenny said Tibbs wouldn't play 9 guys in a baseball game. Damn. That was probably from a Knicks fan. Terrence Cox, $5 super said, CP, Alex co-signing starters, playing all these minutes because it helps them build chemistry early, yet the worst lineup in the postseason. So much for developing. Terrence Cox going after CP and Alex. We'll see what they have to say in the postgame. Shout out to the team, KnicksFanTV, best team in the game. We're all with different opinions. By the way, second half has begun. Miles Turner picked up by Bridges. 5 seconds remain on the shot clock. Spicy P with the baseline jumper and wastes no time as he extends the lead back to 15. First Lady of Sports, $5 super said, the sad thing, the Pacers have shown a blueprint to beat the Knicks, attack our 2 weakest defenders, Towns and Brunson. Facts. Yo, Ed, $5 super said, thank you, Tibbs, for getting us to this point, but it's time to move on. Dwayne Casey knows what that's like. Brunson gets hit, and he's going to get some free throws. Gail Berry with the $5 super said, I think that the players can't stand Tibbs and have quit on him. Interesting take. I don't know if I co-signed that, but that's an interesting take. Appreciate the $5, Gail. All right, second half underway. Hopefully we will see something magical. And we can have something to be excited about and believe in. But it starts here. We cannot waste any minutes because the Pacers, look, hate them or love them, the Pacers are doing what you're supposed to do when you're up 2-0 and you have 2 games at home. Don't get comfortable. Don't play lazy. Don't go steal the game. Go take the game. Pacers have the right mentality, and the Knicks need to step up. Brunson making both free throws. 13-point game yet again. Does the Knicks defense turn it around? 7 bench points with the Knicks even going to the bench a lot more for the first time all playoffs, and still only 7 bench points. Halliburton with a fadeaway 3-point jumper. We'll take that any day of the week. We know he can hit those. But right now, not the smartest play. Anunoby from Bridges. Anunoby picked up by Siakam. Anunoby on the drive. Goes right into Siakam. Bumbles the ball. Scary pass to Bridges, but it gets there. Bridges picked up by Nembhard. Uses the screen. He goes all the way. Finds Brunson. Brunson can't get space. Bridges is going to probably have to shoot with 5 seconds. He goes to Anunoby. Anunoby with the smaller defender. Anunoby with the pump fake. He gets away with it. He gets the 3 to fall. The sketchiest of 24-second shot clocks, but you know we got it to fall. Anunoby does not leave his feet, and it's a 10-point game. Damn, Bridges gets tossed by Turner. No foul called again. Knicks looking at a 12-point deficit, and Bridges back up, and he's running the show here. Knicks, though, a lot better start to this third quarter. Again, this starting 5 has not been an issue. They've done a great job in the first few minutes for the game until they started missing shots, and right now in this first few minutes of the third quarter, this starting 5 doing some good things. Brunson with the pump fake. He gets a wild shot, and Brunson can't get to fall. Rebounded by Nesmith. Nesmith pushing the pace. Picked up by Bridges. A 12-point game. And a switch now. So the Bridges can stay on Halliburton. Big screen there. So Halliburton likes the matchup. He has Towns on him. He hands it over to Siakam. Siakam back to Halliburton. Halliburton, he thinks about it. Back to Siakam, who has Towns on him. That's not the matchup we would like as Knicks fans. But hold on. Towns does a good job staying with him. And Nesmith pushing Brunson away. Brunson now getting tossed all over the floor, and the referees finally deciding to see it. Another foul on Aaron Nesmith. Shout out to Jonathan Carney, $5 super said, New York trick so bad, I'm going to finish the Mets game before switching back. LMAO, good stuff, CK, though. Best sports show there is. Jonathan Carney, don't appreciate you calling my Knicks some tricks, but I appreciate the shout and the respect as Brunson gets a nice floater to fall there to bring the game to 10. Above the Ren said, are we cooked? Don't believe the hype yet. We still got a half of basketball to be played. Knicks need to lock in, and it's a 10-point game now. Just chip away and stay in front on defense. Halliburton with the bounce pass to Siakam. Siakam over to Nembhard. Nembhard for a corner three. That's no good again. The Pacers have lost their groove, and the Knicks need to capitalize on it. Brunson with a risky pass with two defenders in front of Bridges. Turns it over. Halliburton transition three, and thank God we don't pay for it. And on Towns! They're going to call a foul on Towns there. They're not even giving us a chance, man. What did Towns do here? Oh, my God. It's so ticky-tack, bro. I mean, it is the right call. My God, they're just calling it so soft, man. Oh, terrible pass from Jalen Brunson, even leading to these shots here from Siakam. Siakam, I don't know what happened. He's second guessed halfway up on the free throw, so misses it. 4 fouls for Towns, 4 fouls for Brunson, 3 for McBride. The end of this game going to look like Shamet, Wright, Bridges, Anunoby, and possibly Robinson with the amount of players that might foul out. Siakam makes the second one. Back to an 11-point game, back to a double-digit lead. Cynthia said refs getting paid extra. They might be because, man, the physicality of the playoffs did not exist in this game. Bridges just throwing up bricks from the three-point line. He got one to fall but missed every other one. As a team, the Knicks not shooting well from the three, but Bridges, one of the big culprits, as Halliburton shoots it right over Brunson. Back to a 13-point game. Bridges trying to back down Halliburton, trying to go back to the mid-range. Yeah, Bridges just throwing the ball around the floor right now. Knicks not playing smart at all. He tried to lead past to Anunoby, but a terrible look. Naismith from 3. Naismith another 3, and here come the Pacers. This has been one of the biggest issues for the New York Knicks, not even just in the playoffs, but for the entire season, is when another team goes cold, we do not take advantage. The Pacers missed shot after shot, gave the Knicks opportunities to get back in this one. We do not respond, and now the Pacers on another run. Not good. 68-52 is the score. We got to face facts. The Knicks are mentally weak. At this rate, you might be on to something. You might be on to something. Endless said Knicks in 7. Let's hope. Got to win this game, though, for that dream to be alive. Got to win this game. House Cat said, hire Dan Hurley. Here comes the offseason conversations. Bonsai said, hello, darkness, my old friend. Mark with a $10 super said, at this point, I think I'm going to need you to put a Bridges jersey on top of your Bridges jersey. I only got the one, bro. I only got the one, big guy. He said, Knicks put on a clinic on how to cut your own momentum. Facts. Pacers were giving us an opportunity to get back in the game, and, man, my boy Bridges could not find a bucket. Cyber Chaos says, CK, I got a quote, multiverse Jacob Fatu. We're all breaks, no gas. Yarameen. That makes more sense for the Pacers than us, Cyber Chaos, because, man, we ain't no gas. We all breaks. Oh, no gas. Yeah, that's what like you said. You're right, Cyber Chaos. You're right. Oh, man, we are having coach conversations in the chat. Oh, no. It is that time of the game. JC, oh, boy, this is a conversation I didn't want to have, but he said, why do I keep wearing black? Because it's the only thing that goes with the jerseys. I could wear white, but I don't really have much white. It's the only thing that goes with. You want me to wear pink with the jersey? Like, which one? Black just goes with the jerseys, man. I don't know. It. But yeah, man. After today, though, you know, Bridges might have to go back in the closet, man. The jersey, not the player. Knicks Nation 112 said, "What's good, CK? I would go to Shaman and Precious now for Cat and JB and see if we can get it to 8 or 9." That's a bold choice. It's a bold choice. I would take Cat out first, keep JB in the game, but taking them both out right now when we already really don't have an offensive groove, that's a little tough. I know we're frustrated, but that's a little tough of a decision. TwitchFanTV, what y'all saying? Why do I keep losing y'all chat? Oh, shoot, I missed a lot. At every single chance, they going right at Cat. Yeah. Can Cat block out? Find a body, box out, please. But I need Cat to box out. Find a body. CK, the Knicks never recovered from that game 1 loss. And see, and you guys might be right, but if that's the case, then this team's mentality might not be as strong as I thought, man. OG Anunoby, who hit a 3 early on. Golly, laces that one. OG Anunoby with the only groove that we could find here in this third quarter. Anunoby does his part for my underdog fantasy picks. By the way, I have not been great on my underdog fantasy picks in this round. I'm looking like the Knicks on my underdog fantasy picks. It has not been great. Karl-Anthony Towns staying in front of him. Oh, he falls for it. Oh, but they're not going to call the foul. But it is out on Towns, so that is the right call. I love that there's no foul there. I mean, Cat just got lucky. I ain't going to lie to you because that is textbook. But we got away with one there. 1.1 left. Reggie Miller is throwing a fit. Extra pass there. Nembhard misses it from close. He has Brunson, but Mitchell Robinson not going to make that outlet pass. He dribbles a few times before he finally gets it over to Brunson. He did not want to give it to Cat. Brunson picked up by Siakam. 55-68, 13-point game. And what's happening down there as Nembhard draws the foul. OG Anunoby goes down. B. Mill said, any Pacers fan here, you're wasting your breath in typing because we agree with you. Thanks. They come here talking trash and we don't hear it as trash. We're like, yeah, you're right. Oh, man. I laughed to keep from crying, chat. 55-68, 13-point game. Brunson, terrible pass. Saw that coming from a mile away. Another easy steal from Nembhard. Watch the transition. Oh, not even the 3. Siakam. Yeah, they're really going after Cat every possession. Y'all are not lying. Y'all are not lying. They are attacking Towns every time down the court. Mikal Bridges with the drive there. He gets to his spot, baseline jumper, and that one finally goes down. Need to see Bridges get a few of those middies to go back down. You know, you say what you want to say about Bridges, but at least he's not running away from taking shots. We've seen Bridges in the past miss a bunch of shots and then just decide to stop shooting. That's not the case here today because, look, we need offense from somewhere. And Anunoby deflects the pass loose. Aaron Nesmith holding onto his ankle. Not sure what happened there. I might have missed it. But while we were seeing what happens with Nesmith, let me check the supers here. We got a few supers while I wasn't paying attention. D. Olive says, $10 super, by the way. Says, bro, I bought a game 5 ticket, plane and hotel. I'm sick. D. Olive, keep the hope alive. There still might be that game 5. Don't get the refund yet. D Soul, $5 percent positive take. We cut it to a single digit definitely by the end of the third. take the lead in the fourth. Pressure will cook Indiana. We win. D-Soul, I like the script. You might be onto something, but Aaron Nesmith, the ankle really hurting him. I thought he was going to be able to walk it off, but he's carried off the court by a few players and coaches. Cross-court pass from Nemhard to Shepard. That's a big blow, but Pacers are a deep team, so I'm sure they can play through no Nesmith here. Turner gets fouled by Robinson. Robinson getting him on the shooting arm, and my goodness, do we bail them out. Mark with a $5 super said, okay, I'm not even mad at the refs. That was a clear foul on Towns. LOL. Facts, and they let us get away with one. Mark, $10 super said, it all starts with Cap, and he really isn't playing well today. He has not had a consistently good playoff series in general, to be completely honest. Miles Turner going to the line after the foul on Mitchell Robinson. Frank said, where's Deuce already? Tibbs might be scared to go to Deuce because of the foul trouble. We'll see. But plenty of time here right now. 15-point game. 5:50 remains in the game. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Brunson gets a shot up. 3-ball. Jesus. Rebounded by Bridges. Bridges the floater. And Bridges now finding his rhythm. Hopefully this can be the start of something good. Oh, but look at that. Oh, Obi missing. Obi misses it again. Obi had his Knicks jersey on there with the sold attempts. Brunson, the Knicks need something. Towns a fire, a three, no good. Bridges tries to tap it back in. That's no good. Down goes Mitch. Here goes Obi the other way. Towns trying to stay in front of him. Bridges with the recovery saves it. Towns to Brunson, and the Knicks can't get it. Oh my goodness, it ends up in the hands of an open Halliburton. Oh, but he makes the stupid pass, and the Knicks now trying to get something out of nothing. He goes right at Halliburton. Double team picked up from Toppin. Nobody there. Towns extra pass to Brunson. Brunson loses the handle, and right now we need Benny Hill to start playing, but Obi Toppin will end the sloppy play. What started off as a ha-ha turns into a crap. Obi Toppin gets the last laugh, and look at the fast break point comparison, 0-16. The Pacers looking to go for the 3-0 lead as they have just the Knicks are just making foolish play after foolish play, and the Pacers taking complete advantage of our follies as they show the highlight again of Obi Toppin. Foolish play after foolish play, man. 74-59, 15-point game. We got a dude dressed as a whole Indy 500 driver in the front row. We're cooked, chat. Kylix shaking my head, all caps. Cynthia said we are getting barbecued. JB keeps picking up his dribble. Yep, they're defending him so well. The Pacers, after game one, the Pacers have done such a good job at defending Jalen Brunson down the stretch. They figured it out. That Frank, 100%. It looks like it's like, oh, well, you know, dang. Completely agree with Frank. Sad says I can't do this anymore. Shout out to the 1400 in the chat right now for the play-by-play. Trying to keep the vibes immaculate, but the New York Knicks don't want to play along. Looking at a 59-74 point game. 15-point game for the Indiana Pacers. Cat with no hunger. Like I said, any Pacers fans here, you're wasting your breath in typing. We agree with you. Thanks. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, they're going after Cat. Cat getting a lot of ridicule in the chat, and more head coaching options being thrown around in the chat. Jimmy J said Knicks shouldn't be here. And I'll follow that up with is neither should the Celtics. Mark $2 super said Cap has the lowest plus minus right now. No bueno. Facts. Pacers in 4. Here come the front-running Pacers fans showing their heads in the chat. They don't know where else to go, so they're rocking with us and adding to our 1,500 in the building. Shout out to everybody rocking with us here on this big Game 3 where the Knicks are looking to throw it away unless something changes here in this third quarter. Sean O says, CK, I'm pissed. OG, the only one who showed up tonight. OG and Mitchell Robinson. Do not sleep on the impact of Mitchell Robinson here tonight. But the problem is nobody else is here. He said Prison Mike didn't learn how to read and lock up. Pacers fan can talk is they don't have their own channel. That's what I'm saying. They come in here helping our views, and we appreciate them. So Aaron Neesmith ankle is sprained. Unfortunately, you don't want to see that injury for him on that team. But like I said, the Pacers are a deep team that they have options when or if players like him go down. So Ben Shepherd, who has been playing well, speaking of playing well, Mikal Bridges gets another bucket to fall. Knicks just got to do their best to get this under double digits. Tyrese Halliburton with a make there. Good defense from Bridges, but better make from Tyrese Halliburton. 76-61. And now where the team has gone, once again, has gone quiet defensively. Oh, Brunson does a great job going all the way and dunks it with his left hand with ease. Cuts the lead back to 13, and the Knicks just playing back and forth. As you've seen TJ McConnell trying to get back to his spot. He has had quite a solid shooting performance here. Halliburton, though, looking for the kill shot. Extra pass to Shepherd. Shepherd back to Toppin. Toppin back to Halliburton. Halliburton thinks about it. He crosses over to Shepherd. Shepherd on the drive. Shepherd, he loses it. He finds Halliburton. Halliburton steps back for the long-range mid-ranger. That's no good. And Hart gets out-rebounded by McConnell. Can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Shepherd back over to Halliburton. Halliburton trying to cook Bridges. Bridges does a good job staying put. McConnell gets to the free throw line again. He has been money from there and continues to hit that shot as he tells everyone to tranquilo, relax. Back to a 15-point lead for Indiana. I say it all the time. I want a TJ McConnell. I want a Peyton Pritchard. Can we find one? Leon Rose. And, oh, my God, Jalen Brunson just smokes a layup on the left side with not too much defense. 15-point game. TJ McConnell on the drive. McConnell does not force it to Halliburton. Instead, forces it to Toppin, and Toppin's going to step out of bounds, and it's going to be Knicks ball. Knicks have 2:40 left in this third quarter. Try and cut it to under double digits, but the way we are trading buckets, I don't know if that's going to happen. Brunson picked up by Ben Shepherd. Mikal Bridges goes for the screen. Bridges with two defenders on him. Bridges the only one really finding a groove there. And right as I say that, misses that fadeaway jumper. Pacers going the other way, and TJ McConnell is just in that mode right now. Loses his dribble, picks it right back up. But I was trying to say McConnell's just in that mode right now where he's just going to get to his spot and get a shot up. Brunson does a great job drawing that foul on Tony Bradley. Cynthia said, I agree about McConnell. I want one, bro. I want one. If Tyler Kolek is that, I need him to just be working on this offense all offseason. I don't think he's that kind of a player where he just springing and shoots all over the floor. I don't think he's that kind of a guy. He seems like more of a facilitator with a good three-point shot. But, hey, if he's that, I need Kolek with all the minutes next year. Deuce McBride, good move, mid-range pull, and a much-needed bucket from Deuce McBride, who really has not played in this game after being neutralized by the referees in the first quarter. And, Andrew Nembhard gets it over to Toppin. Toppin looking to set a screen. Nembhard picked up by Josh Hart. Nembhard picked up by Brunson. Obi Toppin now picked up by Shamet. Oh, and down goes Shamet, and they're going to call a charging foul. And Landry Shamet with some energy. Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin is such an awkward player. It's so crazy because he was National Player of the Year, and he just looked like he was drafted late first round. He looked like one of those kind of players, man. He just ain't graceful, man. He just ain't graceful. Phenomenal dunker. And Obi Toppin over there trying to cuss out Landry Shamet. Shamet not listening to any of it because Toppin the one going to the bench. He over there trying to call. He's resorting to calling Shamet names. Obi, his feelings are hurt because he picks up the foul. With a 13-point lead, though, that could be a positive for the New York Knicks. Deuce McBride goes right after McConnell, draws the foul on McConnell, and Deuce going to go to the free throw line. Knicks now finding anything here down the stretch. Silent said Obi never improved his handle. You can go ahead and end the sentence after improved. But Deuce McBride showing the impact that was missed in that first half as he is immediately trying to play catch up. And he has an opportunity to cut this lead down to 11. Deuce McBride, I'm telling you, McBride and Robinson are the big key factors in this series. And you neutralize Deuce, and we saw how much he was missed in that first half. And now he is providing some much needed energy in this third quarter. My man DeLon Wright's in the game. Landry Shamet in the game as well. So it must have been a game plan to get Shamet in the game because Deuce is on the floor with Shamet as well. But Hart is also out there. Mitchell Robinson swats McConnell. DeLon Wright, he has options. He goes over to Shamet a little late. DeLon Wright taking his time, gets it to Mitch. Mitch back to Deuce. Deuce thinks about it. Deuce has him on his hip. DeLon Wright wide open, but bad pass from McBride. 10 seconds remain. Back to Deuce. Deuce fakes the pass. Deuce wants to keep it going. He fires a three ball, and the Deuce McBride show is continuing. He brings the game to 8. Here come the Knicks. A 7-0 run led by Deuce McBride. The remaining youngster, I know we have Mitch, but the remaining of our youngsters in previous drafts is Deuce McBride. Big screen from Mathurin, and 2 referees concur with the moving screen. Here come the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns checking in. A little worrisome about that, but Deuce McBride, oh yeah, led with his shoulder on the screen. Great eyes by the referee. Deuce McBride. What was missing in that first half? And the Knicks now trying to get this thing to as close to a 5-point game as we go into the fourth. And Cat almost got a foul there. Deuce goes down. He's holding on to the ball, loses it. And Nembhard, after a phenomenal series of plays, McBride with his first fumble, and it's 70-78. Pacers have an opportunity to extend this back to double digits before the fourth quarter, which would be demoralizing for the Knicks. But look at the second unit putting in some effort here. Shamet, DeLon, and wanted to give Hart some love, but Hart right there gets absolutely cooked. Hart extra pass to Deuce. Deuce for another 3. That one's strong to the left. And it's a 10-point game going into the fourth quarter. But hey, the Knicks win the quarter, and that's all that matters. You've got to go into this one slowly and chip away slowly. Knicks come away with a 25-point third quarter to the Pacers slowing down and only with a 20-point quarter. Now, I'm really, really curious to see how this looks down the stretch. Do the Pacers feel the pressure, and do the New York Knicks, this Captain Clutch, remember how to basketball down the stretch? Real Talk NYC, yes, they did. Yep, just mentioned that. But this fourth quarter is going to be vital, and it all starts with defense. Towns is going to be playing, so Towns is going to have to be a factor defensively, and he cannot be the one that they go after every single time, man. But it all starts on the defensive end. Will Rose said, Payne coming in now, watch. Don't you put that on us, Ricky Bobby. This man, Tom Thibodeau, played campaign in the playoffs. I can't, man. I can't, y'all. Anybody else hit? I know Douche just hit a 3-ball, but he's not there. He needs one more. Tyrese is a few assists away. Brunson is he's trying to sell me out today. Yeah, we might have another. We might have another L night on Underdog Fantasy, but you can do better if you download the app. Use that promo code KFTV, and you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. So download the app, people, and see if you can do better than me, because I look like the Knicks this series with my picks. I have been trash. We started off the playoffs hot. I did great during the Pistons series. I was cooking during the Celtics series, but here we are in this round, and I'm getting cooked. Shout out to all my supers. Big Mike with a $5 super said Bridges' move was supposed to be the piece de resistance. Cap move was a greed grab and the start of this team's decline. Window closing fast. Damn. Can't say I completely disagree with some of those takes. I feel like, I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play that game of, woulda, coulda, shoulda. We are with the team we have now. Can't take it back. Gotta live with it. Blue Fine. Blue Fine said CK2K, trust the process. Don't be angry or upset if the Knicks lose. There's so many upsides. The number one upside is the Knicks get a new head coach. Let's go. Look, man, I ain't gonna root for us to lose just to get a new head coach. But that made me laugh. I ain't gonna lie, that made me laugh. Frank White said down 10 in the fourth. Come on, Knicks. It's doable. It is doable. This man really played campaign and not used the line right, toughness and length. Facts. Yo, this bodyguard, y'all see this dude that's standing on the free throw line? That dude's suit was way too damn big. Peace and love to that guy on the floor, but his suit was way too damn big. Pass Nation, $2 super said, keep fighting. Let's go, Knicks. Pat Nation, keep in it positive for us Knicks fans. And here we go, 10-point deficit for the Knicks. Got to chip away and lock in defensively. Landry Shamet gets tripped up. Karl-Anthony Towns, nice extra pass. Deuce goes right at the defense. Rebounded by Hart. That's the Hart we need. This could be the cat we need. And it is a 3-ball from Karl-Anthony Towns. Back to a 7-point game. Doom and gloom for the New York Knicks in the first half. But we have found some life in the second here. Pascal Siakam picked up by Hart. Hart over here gambling, trying to reach for the ball when the referees have been calling this game crazy. But I got to be honest, the referees, I can't lie to you, Hart forced their hand there, but the referees have been a lot more quiet in this second half, letting the physicality go. And I hope that they can stay consistent with that as this game closes out, because you can see the Knicks take advantage when the game is more physical and not with the ticky-tacks. But that was a stupid foul by Josh Hart. Can't even get mad at the referees there. We love that Clyde and Patrick Ewing made the trip to Indy. Let's hope that we can make this comeback mean something. And right on cue, as I'm trying to be positive with the chat, we got the most positive of them all. The great Chuck D, the rhyme animal himself, said, okay, I was out of commission last 6 quarters as God would have it. I had 2 gigantic concerts in Napa and Boston during the 2 games, and I'm back mad, and let's strangle these punk pink boys. Let's go, Knicks. Shout out to the rhyme animal. PE's the chat for Chuck D. Glad to have you back. Hey, man, look, those gigs are a blessing. Glad for you. Big foul there from Matherin, I think, again. Deuce McBride has been the biggest catalyst. And we're loving this, yeah. Ooh, we might have got bailed out there. Not much there, but we got away with one. We'll take that. We got one there. But DeLon Wright with the quick inbound to Towns. Towns thought about it. Towns was trying to get some space here. I'm not a fan of him in the corner threes, but I do like him going right after Turner. He spins, goes right after him for the layup. And look, man, Karl Anthony Towns can cook Turner. He has cooked Turner all season long in our matchups with the Pacers, but not so much here in these playoffs. But I'm still going to take my chances against Turner with Karl Anthony Towns. There goes McConnell with a fadeaway jumper. That's no good. The Knicks right now doing a great job defensively, forcing some misses. Towns thought about it. Extra pass. DeLon Wright with the easy one. And here come the Knicks. I told you Obi Toppin got in his feelings at the wrong time, and the Pacers ain't been the same since Toppin decided to start using some bad language to Landry Shamet. But one is on the floor while the other one sits, and the Knicks looking at a 5-point deficit. But they were telling me, chat, some of y'all in the chat were telling me, CK, there's no point in being optimistic. Why believe in this team? Well, man, look, until that final buzzer, I believe our team has every chance to get back in it. But the realist in me is still asking the question, is this a real comeback or that other kind? We have to see. Chuck D saying they pink. JC said, are we shooting yet? Just wake up. Keep Deuce in and have JB off the ball, please, and thank you. John Global, I love what Mitchell Robinson done in the starting lineup. I'm glad he has been as valuable as we all expected. But I personally was team start Deuce. I know we were having the conversation of who do you start, Deuce or Mitch. I was team start Deuce. I liked the prospect of starting Deuce McBride. I'm glad Tom Thibodeau went with Mitch. Mitch has not been the issue. He was big in the beginning of the game. He was big in the beginning of the third. But I'm telling you, Deuce McBride has played with something different in this series that I feel like we just keep going away from in these second halves. Remember last game, game 2, I was talking about how it was great how Mitch and Deuce both played close to 20 minutes in the first half. And they were definitely going to be on track to play big minutes in that game. And then Tom Thibodeau said, CK, you don't know me well enough because they only played about 5 minutes in the second half. So it's like I said, for whatever reason, we've been nerfing ourselves when we got these great talents that have been providing in this series, and we go away from them. Referees helped them out and kept Deuce out the game. Deuce having a great second half. It's not necessarily always about what's on the stat card or stat sheet, excuse me. It's the hustle plays, man. And Deuce McBride has just been impactful for this team in this series. So that's why I argued that Deuce McBride would have been great in the starting lineup. But I'm happy with Mitch. And I think Mitch has done a great job in the starting 5. And he has done great with the minutes, in the uptick in minutes. Mitchell Robinson already at close to 30 minutes in this game, and he has been great. Let me see who I missed in the chat. I know I got Big Mike. Pass Nation, I got you. Yo, Ed with a $5 super said, I should have known we were going to lose with Stan Van Gundy and Reggie calling the series New York versus the world. Amen, but who said we lost? Appreciate the $5 super, though. John Global, $2 super said, keep Deuce in and have what? And have JB. Yep, we talked about that. Rare Edition, $5 super said, leave the setup men out there. Bring Brunson at the right time to close. Amen, Rare Edition. Don't try and force it. The Art Man, he said a lot of bad low IQ passes by the Knicks caused every transition bucket for the Pacers. Game isn't over, though. Amen. $2 super from Henry Rock, by the way. Fans are going to be fans and say we need to blow it up, but I think we are a backup point guard and another wing 3-and-D from winning. Emmanuel German with a phenomenal take. That's off-season talk, but I completely agree with you. I do not think we need to blow it up. I think there are just a few small tweaks that this team needs. Freeway Hustler, $5 super said, I like the way we are moving the ball. If JB comes in with that ISO BS throwing, it doesn't matter because the Knicks just get a steal. Hart gets it. He thinks about going back to Deuce. He won't. Towns goes all the way. He has contact and one. 3-point game, all on the back of Karl Anthony Towns. And the Knicks are doing great things. But yes, Freeway Hustle, I'm right. I agree. As long as the Knicks continue to play the way they played right now and capitalize on mismatches and attack the paint, we stand a chance. We don't need to give the ball to Brunson and just stop and stare. 3-point game. Towns at the free throw line. And Karl Anthony Towns having a great fourth quarter here at the right time. 10 minutes remain. Plenty of time for the New York Knicks to do something great. But Towns misses the free throw. And they're going to call it jump ball. Deuce McBride again off of a free throw miss. What did I say? It's not about the stat sheet. Look at this. This play's all but dead, but who is still hustling for the ball? Deuce McBride. Just said this. There's just something different about him in this series. We got to rock with him. Anybody seen any signs of Frank Michael in chat, by the way? Things going well for the Knicks. And the naysayers want to disappear. Deuce McBride steps into a three ball. Oh, it's in and out. But I like the confidence from Deuce trying to go for the tie there. DeLon Wright, again, bringing in some defensive pressure. And all of a sudden, he goes from not playing to now he's guarding Tyrese Halliburton. You mean to tell me you think you had that on the bench the whole time? Crazy work from Tom Thibodeau. I'm still pissed about him playing campaign at any point. Pascal Siakam trying to get something. Hart needs to stay on the ground. Siakam gets one there. And he's going to get the and one off of the fadeaway jumper. But the defense by the Knicks has gone up leaps and bounds. I know Mitch needs to rest, but I would love Mitch minutes right now. If I'm adding anything to what's going on right now, Mitchell Robinson's all I'm looking at. We could even probably get away with Bridges coming in for Shamet. Because I don't think that really messed with, because Shamit's not really doing too much. OG, I'll take OG, either one. That's what I meant. I just need a bigger wing on the floor right now. So I'll take OG as well. And then we can get Mitch in for Hart and then rock with that. I'm cool with that. But right now we'll see if this five can keep it going. Siakam with the free throw. No good. He's missed some big free throws today. 5-point game. DeLon Wright, though, getting some key minutes. DeLon Wright look, again, not really doing much on the stat sheet, but he has done a solid job for what this defense has looked like in this second half. He's trying to force it to Towns. He will. Towns with Siakam on him. He's going to back him down. Oh, a lot of grabbing there. But they did foul. Okay, I was going to say, man, Pascal Siakam grabbed him and twisted him around. And Siakam had the nerve to talk about challenge that. Look, Siakam hand on the, and he gets the shooting hand as well. Siakam fouled him about 5 times. We remember that play with OG Anunoby. Siakam likes to go for the multiple fouls, not just one. And this time the referees give us the opportunity. Now, Towns missed his last free throw, and he's going to make sure he won't miss these ones. Frank said good minutes by Shamet. I agree. DeLon Wright is affecting Hallie's play. I agree. That's what pisses me off. All of a sudden, DeLon Wright is out there guarding their best player. Campaign wasn't doing that, so what do you mean? What you mean, bro? Shout out to DeLon Wright, and Towns making both free throws. Here we go. Energy said, let's go. 3-point game again, and the defense has locked in Tom Thibodeau now. He is not rushing to any other lineups. He's sticking to the 5 that's working right now. You're seeing, look at the defense. They're getting to the open man with the quickness right now. Hart staying in front of Nembhard does a great job throwing his head back to make it look like a foul, and the referees fall for it. Hart is not mad and not happy about it, and I'm with Hart on this one. Just because he threw his head back, it's a foul. There really wasn't anything there. I kind of agree with Hart on that play. Geo Slap, I'm going to give you opportunity to go ahead and take that back and reword it. Geo Slaps over on Twitch. I'll give you a chance to reword that. you can redact comments on Twitch. 3-point game. Deuce is checking out. Why? Tibbs. Oh, God. Okay, well, all right. Here we go. I don't know how I feel about this, and Tibbs is going to go with this starting five to close out. This ain't even the starting five. Let's see. Let's hope the defense stays the same. Towns, though, big three. At least Karl Anthony Towns' offense stays the same. Towns with some big moments. I don't like Deuce going to the bench, but here we go. Mikal Bridges now back on Halliburton. Halliburton bounced past to Turner. Turner left wide open, misses everything. Rebounded by Hart. My God, what a rebound by Hart. Knicks have an opportunity to get their first lead back since the second quarter. And Bridges, he's going right at Halliburton. Bridges, double team. He finds Towns. Towns going all the way for the dunk and the foul. Let's go look at the Knicks fans in the building, and they turn around talking to the other Hicks. Frank Michael, stand up. Show some pride in your team. But my God, am I still worried about this lineup? I'm happy right now, but I'm still scared about this lineup. And it's crazy to say that because this has been our starting five all season long, but I'm scared. Towns to the line to give us a 2-point lead, and the Knicks get the lead back. And can they keep it going? 8 minutes remain, way too much time. Big Halliburton shot there. I think it was a 3-ball. It was. So the Pacers waste no time and get the lead right back. Halliburton is so good at waiting for the fourth quarter to get it going. He facilitates all game long, picks his spots, and then in the fourth quarter, big shots. Hate him or love him, but Halliburton really good at finding how to get the thing going. But Bridges, what a take there. Way off with the layup. Right move, but you didn't even aim for the box, Mikal. 87-88 and right on cue. Tyrese, golly, clanks it. Thank God. Brunson, he's going to go all the way. This is a smart play. He goes up for the layup, and that is the right move in transition. I'm not mad at that from Brunson. Knicks take the lead right back. Here goes Nembhard. He pushes Brunson out the way. Oh, they call a blocking foul. Welcome back, referees, to the same BS. If he pushes out, I'm challenging that, no? What else is Brunson supposed to? Oh, he leads with his shoulder too. Tibbs. He's leading with his shoulder. So here comes the coach's challenge for the Knicks. The Knicks might have an argument here, but this is definitely a 50-50. Yeah, Brimmer is not happy. He said, where was this intensity from Cat all game? And Geo Slaps does correct the comment. He says, LMAO, Josh is blowing my mind. We'll take it. I'll let it slide. Bro, if Tibbs keeps Hart in there the whole quarter, Frank, you want the bad news or the good news, man? The good news is, I just wanted you to believe there's good news, but there isn't good news. Bad news is, Hart staying in the entire fourth quarter. Now, the smart thing to do would be, swap him out for Robinson, but we'll see. Diesel says, remember my prediction. I was off by a point, but we still got this. Exactly. But, man, I'm cool if he takes Hart out and puts in Mitch. But what Tibbs should do is he should take out Hart and put back Deuce in. That's what he should do. But I'll take some Mitch minutes down the stretch as well. But what he should do is get that boy Deuce back on the floor, because there is no 1-point lead for the New York Knicks without Deuce McBride in this second half. None. Josh Hart's plus minus went from -24 to 0. Facts. Got to give him his credit, right? Got to give him his credit. You know what? And look, in that third quarter, hate him or love him, Hart locked in defensively. Got to give him props. Got to give him props. I really believe the energy did come from Deuce and DeLon Wright, and then Towns taking us home offensively. But yeah, Hart standing on business. Patah Hotep said, fact, CK, Deuce, indeed, yeah. Chuck Chillin said, CK, since I turned them on mute since halftime, they have been playing well. Thank you. You know, I told you I'm going to stay positive. Patah said he won't. He won't. Nope, he won't. He won't. He won't. He won't. I hate to tell y'all, he's closing with this lineup. Tibbs, he's going to be right at the end of the day in his mind. In his mind, Tibbs is like, I'm going to prove these people that I'm right, and they're idiots. He don't care what the starting lineup is. He's sticking with his 5 to close out this game. Now let's just see what happens. Gamer says, CK, I've been here, just having heart attacks. Game on, stay strong, brother. Stay strong. CK upset he not hitting the Brunson pick, man. Brunson killing me, bro. Speaking of which, let me check. I don't think he got that second 3 from McBride. Yeah, he just won. Halliburton has to have gone. No, Halliburton's still on 6-6. Oh, yeah, we're going to have another raggedy night. Whatever, as long as the Knicks win. Yeah, we're going to have another bad night on Underdog Fantasy. But you can do better. Download the app. Promo code KFTV. He said CK. No, stop it. Shout out to D Olive with the super chat. $5 super chat. It's like we are sleeper agents. Need to be down 20 to wake up. Yeah, that's that. I'll tell you what. They ain't going to get it done, but let's get it. But they deemed the challenge unsuccessful. The refs stand on their call. So the 5th foul is going to stay on Brunson. Hart doing a great job on Neesmith. Neesmith forcing it. Great no call from the referees there. And great defense from Josh Hart. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Towns going all the way, loses the ball, gets it back, throws up a floater, can't get the bounce. Towns looking at the referee, hands out saying, oh my God. 6:40 remain in this game. Plenty of time here. Lots of dramatics. Halliburton throws up a floater. It's no good. Another rebound. Oh, Hart got to go for this one. Instead, he finds McBride. McBride's in the game, and he's in the game for Brunson because he's sitting on 5 fouls. Towns for 3. Oh, that 3 could have been huge, but it doesn't go down. Here come the Pacers going the other way. Nembhard finding Siakam. Siakam back to Nembhard. Nembhard going right after OG with the great defense. Mikal Bridges staying put on Halliburton. He goes back to Siakam. They want to attack Hart. Siakam shooting the shot, and that is Siakam's bread and butter. That fall away mid-range jumper. 90-89, Pacers back in the lead by 1. Deuce faking the pass, finally gets it over to Bridges. Bridges back to Towns. Towns has been cooking in this 4th quarter. He has Tony Bradley on him. If I'm Towns, I'm going for that. Towns drawing the foul. Towns is going to get some free throws, and Towns can give us the lead back. But no, is it a shooting foul? This is definitely a shooting foul. Yeah, Towns going to go to the line. County of Kings said, what in the zest? I was just doing my Towns impression. Oof, Towns hits the first free throw. $90-90 is the score. 5:46 remains. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to the 1,500 in the chat. That one goes down. Karl Anthony Towns makes both free throws, 91-90. Right now we are trading baskets and trading the lead. Deuce McBride, good read. Recovers back onto Nembhard. Nembhard looking around, screen set from Siakam. Nembhard with the step back. He thought about it, finds Nesmith, who checked back into the game, by the way. Nesmith over to Siakam. Siakam with McBride on his hip. He tries to shoot right over him, but he will not get it to fall. The Knicks need to score on this possession. Knicks cannot keep going back and forth with the 1-point lead. Knicks need to extend it to 3. Bridges with a good drive. He finds Towns instead. Towns, who has been cooking all of his defenders. Towns with a long-range 3, and Karl-Anthony Towns. I wanted 3. He said, how about a 4-point lead? Karl-Anthony Towns is having a night. 24 points, 13 rebounds, and he scored 15 of his 24 points all in this quarter. Towns absolutely trying to save the Knicks series as we now look at a 4-point lead. Come on! Big Lionel finally woke up. Brimmer said, all right, Cat, let's go, Cat. Frank White, this is why you can't just let go, right? You know what I mean? Frank, I know you hanging on by just a thread, and every time you're ready to cut the string, cut the ties to Cat, he does something great like this, and you just got to root for him. That's one of our guys, man. Let me go back and see the super chats that I missed. Keep doing. Yep, we read that one. We need to lock in. Shout out to CK for the positive vibe. Jens, I'm here. They told me not to do it, but I told you guys I'm gonna keep believing in my team. It's no act. I can be worried. I can feel a type of way. But one thing I'm always gonna do is believe in my team. And right now the Knicks are doing a great job, but they got to close it out. 4-point lead for the Knicks. John Global with the $5 super said, Deuce better be in the game the rest of the way. Huge D on Siakam. Amen. $5 super. $2 super from Jonathan Carney said, let's go Knicks. Another miss from Nembhard. The Knicks now looking to extend their lead. Pacers fans a little worried. And another bucket here from the Knicks could be a big difference maker. And here's the thing too, man. If the Knicks are able to close this one out and off of a not great Jalen Brunson game, oh, they're going to call a travel. We can't challenge. Cat looking to challenge. We don't have any challenges. There's no challenges. Someone tell Cat we don't have a challenge. What a call down the stretch. A travel in the... What? Terrible call at the worst time, and it wasn't even the right call. Scott Foster just taking points off the board just because. Bridges doing a great job, but Siakam is just phenomenal in that mid-range. That's a challenge down the stretch in a playoff or a travel when it wasn't even like a openly. I can't even speak words right now. Bridges gets pushed by Nesmith. Good call there. A makeup call by Ed Malloy and the referees after a terrible travel call just now. German said, sorry, CK, I was laughing at you. What are you laughing at me for? What did I say? What did I say? CK Scott Foster hates the Knicks, hates New York, shaking my effing head. Yep. Bridges to the line for 2 big free throws, makes the first one. Looking to keep the lead. 2 possessions. Y'all laughing at me because I can't speak words, bro. I need the Knicks to finish this game, all right? Okay? My brain's a little frazzled right now because I need the Knicks to not – my blood pressure ain't doing too well right now. Bridges making big free throws. Yeah, my stress meter is all the way high. It's a real thing. I can't show – y'all can't see it. But my stress meter is at an all-time high. Tyrese Halliburton, good defense here between Bridges and Towns. Towns staying strong with it. Bridges with the recovery, forcing Halliburton to try and find something. He goes over to Turner. OG Anunoby on Nesmith does a great job standing pat on Nesmith. Nesmith trying to push off, and OG sending that ball into the front row and had some words for him. Look at this defense, man. Look at this defense, man. Try again. 3:40 remains in the game. 3 seconds on the shot clock. I don't think Turner knows. Turner had to force one up. No good. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Knicks with a 4-point game. Here we go. Referees had an over-under on calls that needed to be made, and the referees just wanted to get them all out in the first half. Because now we're seeing playoff basketball. They're letting the teams be physical, except for that trash-ass travel. 96-92, 3:30 remain. Knicks need to keep their foot on the gas. All of this, mind you, without Jalen Brunson on the floor. Extra pass there. Deuce not able to hold it in. He throws it out of bounds. It's deflected, and it's going to be Knicks ball. And there they go, everybody. Everybody, wee-oo. Neesmith trying to say I did not touch it. He's trying to get people to challenge it. No one is challenging it, and they will challenge it, saying it wasn't deflected. I would love to see this play, by the way, because I don't know if it was deflected, but there's still a lot of time. People, 3:20 left in this game. Knicks holding on to a 2-possession game. He touched it. He touched it. You can see the minute it moved trajectory, bro. What are we talking about? The minute his finger touched the ball, you see the ball shift. What are we doing? What are we doing? That's a terrible challenge, bro. And he's really trying to say that he did not touch that ball. I'd be very surprised if they come away with this one, man. Y'all saw am I tripping? Y'all saw the ball like move as soon as his finger got into the screen. Am I tripping? Can we see that again? It looked like he touched it. Watch it. Right. It will be a successful challenge. Watch. For real. For real. It's minimal finger contact. Well, minimal is all we need. But look, man, if all they got to show is that angle we just saw, because you can clearly see the ball going straight. And as soon as his finger got it, it slightly went back down. It's very minimal, but it should be enough. Now, I could see if it was the other way around, if they called it Knicks ball or called it Pacers ball and we tried to challenge it and then it was unsuccessful. I could see that happening, but I don't know. It should be obvious, but we're going to see. We're going to find out. So they're saying he didn't touch it. Nope, they won. They won the challenge. Okay. I guess we were tripping. I guess it was just a little bit of wind from Neesmith that changed the trajectory. It is what it is. Big shot there from Halliburton to cut the lead down to 2. And the challenge ended up being successful in more ways than one. They get the ball back and they score immediately. 3 minutes remain. Can the Knicks finish the job? Towns there. Good job by Deuce going for the body, drawing the contact, and Deuce goes to the line for 2. Deuce McBride. Somebody's star is shining. Look at Deuce. Oh, yeah. Let me see again. Yeah, no, I'm cool with that call. I'm cool with that call. Y'all ain't got no challenges for us, so cry about it. Deuce McBride to the line for 2 free throws. Makes the first, nails the first. 97-94. Miles is definitely here to save the day. I'm going to be honest with you. I know you guys are talking about subs in the chat. I'm leaving this exactly how it is, and that's including Jalen Brunson. Leave this 5 the way it is. Leave the 5 the way it is because the matchups have been doing a great job defensively. Towns is actually doing a great job with the switching and with reading the defense. And look at that. Oh, and Miles Turner does a great. I'm telling you, if all you have to do as a pacer, just throw your head back. Throw your head back because they got braids and stuff. Look, watch Miles Turner. Yeah. No, I don't like that call. They've been playing physical the entire fourth quarter. Turner does a great job throwing his head back. Typically, I'd yell at Towns for something like that, but no, Towns, they've been doing that the entire time off those switches. My man threw his head back, bro. Got the call. That's all you got to do, man. But Miles Turner, 2 big free throws. Can he complete the free throws? Look at that crazy zoom in on Tom Thibodeau. Zoom out. Jalen Brunson itching to be out there, but I'm going to be honest with you, Cap. It might be better for you to stay right where you're sitting. Shout out to NY Patriot, 1018, $5 super set. Tell me again why our young guys don't get burned. Let's go, Deuce. Say it loud. But the Knicks need to finish the job. Deuce McBride right now having his moment, but will it equal the dub? Nice play there. Towns going right after Siakam. No foul called. Rebounded. Instead of complaining, just get back. Just get back. And they get the switch. Towns holding on to the knee. And my goodness, what a good job at rotating for the New York Knicks. Towns is really holding on to that knee. Not the best time for it. Nembhard going all the way. Halliburton to Turner. Turner for a big 3. Misses everything. OG and Siakam cancel each other out. So great no call. Knicks need to take their time and get a good basket here. But Towns is laboring. Passes it to Bridges. Bridges all the way. Bridges gets blocked. Leads to a Deuce 3. And Deuce is going to be short. And Turner gets the rebound. Bridges had the craziest of brain farts. Siakam gets pushed out from OG. And now we're going to see free throws from Siakam. But what is going on with Towns? Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's good defense on Turner. I take it back. I thought Bridges had a brain fart. Turner just did not give up on that play. Yeah, what Bridges should have done is just pump fake and go back up. He shouldn't have kept it going. Not a smart play from Bridges. But now Siakam, 2 free throws here to tie it up. How is Towns? Is Towns okay? Is Towns looking for the sub? Mitchell Robinson still on the sideline. Towns holding on to his knee. And here comes Jalen Brunson. We're probably going to be seeing some situational substitutions here down the stretch, which I'm not mad at. If it wasn't for Bridges' defense, I feel like Bridges would have to be one of the weak links to be subbed out, but Bridges defensively has been doing the job here. We haven't seen much from Halliburton outside of that mid-range jumper, but offensively, Bridges not having the greatest game here. He had some moments in that third quarter, but here down the stretch, getting blocked. 98-98. Jalen Brunson uses the screen. Jalen Brunson trying to get to his spot, forces the pass to Bridges, and immediately with the risky passes from JB. I don't even want to look at the chat because I already know what y'all saying, and I can't say I'm disagreeing right now. Good defense there from Halliburton. That should be Knicks ball. You can't challenge it anyway, so whatever they say goes. OG Anunoby with the inbound, and Anunoby finding Brunson. Brunson now going off of the screen. He goes up with the floater, gets it to fall. Big shot from Captain Clutch, the NBA's most clutch player in the game of the year. Towns fighting through whatever's bothering him with his knee. But here's the issue with Brunson being on the floor. We lose some defense now. Brunson tries to get over to Nesmith in time. Nesmith with a floater with ease, and he just smokes it, and we are getting bailed out by some misses here down the stretch. Knicks got to kill clock and get another bucket here and try and turn this series around. Brunson picked up by Aaron Nesmith. If the Knicks can complete this win, this would be a huge confidence booster. Brunson goes all the way. Good defense there from Nesmith. It's going to be Knicks ball. Shot is blocked. Nesmith believes that I don't understand their complaints, man. The Pacers, I think they're just programmed to complain. It's a good block, but what are you complaining about? You blocked it out of bounds. Did you want the foul? What are we talking about? Bridges in the corner. He goes back to Brunson. Brunson should have made the extra pass. I do not like that shot. Brunson should have got it, handed it off, floater from Hart, and you would have still got it off in time. Not a fan of that shot. 2-point game. I get it. Not much time left in that shot clock, but you had enough time. Touch pass, floater. But Mitchell, I tell Tom Thibodeau, you might be getting points from me again. Tom Thibodeau bringing Deuce and Mitch back in the game. If you ask me, it might be Brunson and Bridges getting checked out, which would be the right decision. Tom Thibodeau using his head. Bridges staying in. Okay, defensive purposes, that's smart. But who did he take out? Who did he take out? It's a Towns. Towns went out. Okay. Here goes Halliburton. Halliburton with all the space in the world. Double team set up. Knicks getting back to their spots. Turner's going to heave one up. That's no good. Hart with the strong rebound. We're going to call a foul, and Hart goes down hard on the knee. Oh, my gosh. Tom Thibodeau. He said, CK, chill. But Josh Hart, though, holding on to that knee. Yeah, he fell hard on the knee. That's gonna hurt. I don't think it's anything serious, but yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. You saw it. You saw it. You saw it click. You saw it click. You saw it click. Now, Tibbs, don't take nobody out. Keep this 5 the way it is. We got 20 seconds left. No need for subs. Keep it how it is. This is the closing 5. Okay, he's walking it off. That hurt my knee, though. I'm rubbing my knee like that was my knee. Come on, Hart. Come on, Jay Hart. Come on, Jay Hart. Come on, Jay Hart. Oh, he makes the first one. All right, so it's instantly a 3-point game. He needs this free throw to make it a 2-possession game where we just need to lock in on defense, and we steal game 3. And this series is not over yet. And shout out to the Olive. If a Knicks win here, he still gets his opportunity to see the Knicks in game 5. And Josh Hart, ice cold free throws. Here we go now. Watch the 3 ball. Knicks need to lock in defensively. Watch the 3 ball and watch the head pushing. They're going to be trying to sell some foul here. Tyrese Halliburton has not done much of anything here down the stretch. And they're going to call a quick foul on Bridges there. So, I mean, you get that, and you're still going to cut into it and possibly make it a 2-point game. That's a terrible call. Just let them play. I was, Cynthia. I really was. That hurt. The way you saw the way that knee hit the hardwood. I mean, rubbing my knee. And the thing is, I'm still rubbing my knee. It don't even hurt. So I expect Brunson to probably check in here. Halliburton with 2 big free throws. Towns and Brunson probably going to check in here for free throw purposes. That's the right thing to do because you don't want Mitch to be in here for this. Espin said, is Tibbs reading chat? Right, bro. Halliburton with a solid game. Just not the typical Tyrese Halliburton game. Halliburton going to make the free throw, so it's a 2-point game. Now 9.7. Knicks need to inbound the ball, and if you can kill clock before the foul, kill clock before the foul. And right now, I just need these free throws to be made. In a perfect world for me, I love it to be Cat shooting these free throws. Cat has made some big free throws, but I'm never going to bet against Jalen Brunson, even though he's not having the greatest of games. I know he has 21, but it has not been the greatest 21. He is also 8 for 8 from the free throw line, so there is a possibility there too. But the main thing is, and we all know, we need a clean inbound. We need a clean inbound. We need a clean inbound. All my super chats, I did not forget you. We are just down the stretch, and we need to get this W. Shout out to the 1,800 in the chat. We're about to have one of our most viewed play-by-plays, and it needs to end in a win. Supers, I will get to all of them when this game is over. Right now, lock in on saving this series and getting this win. But my God, do we need to not flub this inbound? Please. 9.7 left. Tom Thibodeau going back to his old starting 5. And I think Brunson's going to be the one to do the inbounding. 2-point game. Knicks up by 2. And no, Bridges with the inbound. I prefer that. But let's see what the inbound play is. Please just inbound properly, bro. I hate that I'm stressing about an inbound, but you know our team. Our out-of-timeout plays are terrible. You had OG, missed them. You have Brunson, got him. Good, fine. Brunson just needs to kill clock. Great job. That's all you got to do. It only took about a second and some change off, but we'll take it. Big free throws for JB. He's 8 for 8 for the game, and that's all I'm going to say. chat saying that the clock did not start on time. I was kind of saying, 1.6 to be gone is crazy. That's all that was. But Jalen Brunson, opportunity. Shut up. Gets a big free throw. Should not be any doubt. But I'm going to stay quiet just in case. KG, what's good, man? Towns laboring with that left knee. He's playing through it, so hopefully it's nothing too vital. But Towns and Deuce McBride have been the saviors of this game. Need to finish the job. Jalen Brunson, clutch player of the year. Big free throw coming up. Taking their time to get him to get this free throw. What is good? Actually, you know what? Rick Carlisle, phenomenal job. Waits till the last second to get that sub in. Very smart. But will it ice Jalen Brunson? 3-point game. And it won't. Brunson 10 for 10 from the free throw line today. Knicks just need to guard. And Chalamet is in the building. Didn't even realize he made the trip to Indiana. They didn't show him one time. But the New York Knicks with a 4-point lead can't have any foolishness down the stretch. Anything is still possible. And yes, I'm talking about a foul-made three-pointer. Look, I don't want to be that guy, but look, our luck has that in the cards. You know what I'm saying? So let's just play it smart. Man, hand down, man. No, hand. That's not the right phrase. D up. And in the words of Clyde Frazier, no hacking and whacking. Just play defense and force them to take an uncomfortable shot. That's all you can do. Agree, CK, but I would also add Deuce. That's why I said I said Deuce and Cat. That's it. I don't know what I said, but Deuce and Cat are the reasons why we're in this game. If I said Brunson, I didn't mean Brunson. Shout out to Brunson, 23 points, 10 for 10 for free throw, but no. The reason why we are in this game is Deuce McBride and Karl-Anthony Towns. We have a bunch of other honorable mentions, but Deuce and Cat are the reasons why this is a game. And the fact of the matter that the referees took Deuce out, like they got a whole half without Deuce McBride. And in one half of play, Deuce McBride was that big of a factor. Come on, man. He said, "Oh, why, CK? I wasn't thinking about that. Now you got me worried." I'm just saying, I know our luck. So it's not out of the cards, but the Knicks just need to lock in defensively and not do anything extracurricular. Just, there you go. See? Like that. Just guard up. Terrible shot. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks looking to put this one away. Still big free throws. It's not over yet. Got to make these free throws. Need every point down the stretch. I just realized Campaign was out there in the assistant coaching clothing wear, so he was not going to get no minutes tonight. Sorry. We can joke in the next 5 minutes. The one said, "See what happens when you trust your guys, bro." I hope the Knicks learn something from this game. No need for the Jalen Brunson captain save a hole, because a lot of this happened with him on the bench. Towns cooked this team. We finally used the Towns mismatch. It finally happened. This needs to be a confidence booster going into game 4. Josh Hart makes both free throws, 6-point game. Hopefully they just dribble this out. No more shenanigans. Knicks just need to get out the way. Let them take whatever they want. And they do. And the New York Knicks, I should be more excited. I'm going to be honest. I should be yelling, and I should be giving you clip-worthy content right now that could be edited into something crazy. But my God, what a roller coaster of emotions. But this is example number 85 from this postseason, why no matter how frustrated you are, no matter how upset you may be, you do not give up on this team. I stand by all of my statements that I still made. And I said, if we get swept or a gentleman's sweep, I said what I said about head coach. But I also said, we still have a half of basketball to be played. Let's go out there and try. And try they did. Cut the lead down in the third quarter, and you saw Deuce McBride defensively cooking in that fourth, and you saw Karl-Anthony Towns with mismatch after mismatch. And I'm talking about his normal matchup of Miles Turner being a mismatch. Go, New York. Go, New York. Go. Man, we got to play the damn song, bro. Oh, my goodness. What up, man? My whole heart hurts. My head hurts. What a game. Shout out to D Soul. But, man, there's a lot to take away from this one, bro. There's a lot to take away from this one. A lot of soul searching needs to be done for this New York Knicks team. Because that second half, you learned a lot. You learned a lot. It took foul trouble for you to realize that you got a team of guys. Maybe, if you're not resulting in going to the likes of a campaign or you're playing a 7-man rotation, maybe, just maybe, if you trust the roster that's been built and trust the roster that consists of some veterans on your team, maybe you can get a production from everyone on the court. A 9-man rotation tonight. We saw some solid minutes from Shamet on both sides of the floor. Neutralized Obi Toppin. You saw some great defensive minutes from DeLon Wright. So good from DeLon Wright that he was guarding Tyrese Halliburton in key minutes. Josh Hart did not have the greatest start off the bench, but in that second half, you saw what energy he can bring to the second unit. He was locking in defensively. That's the best defense I've seen him play. Trust your roster. Hopefully that prehistoric brain of Thomas Thibodeau finally got a little bit cracked and he realized how things should be going and stop nerfing this basketball team that we have constructed. Self-sabotage. Come on, man. It's not about how many points we score with the second unit. They still did a good job scoring-wise. But it's the little things, man. Hart with the little plays. Look at those 10 rebounds down the stretch. I already talked. Look, come on, man. Trust this roster, bro. Trust it. Stop sticking with the same 5 guys and playing 2 off the. Like, what we doing, man? Nerfing this team. It's still 1-2. Knicks need to handle business in game 4, and we will be live here for that. I got a lot of super chats to read. So buckle up. Shout out to y'all. But before we do any of that, we got to play the song. We in this, man. Confidence boost. Shout out to Twitch Fan TV before I go anywhere. By the way, take a for Twitch Fan TV. We had quite a few people talking in there, right? So do me a favor and go do one of these, like the beans, green, tomato meme. Do one of these and see if you can find all those Pacers fans that had a lot to say earlier on. Matter of fact, don't waste your time because they ain't going to be there. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my super. Shout out to all of my mods and all my members. But real quick, let's give some love to these super chats before we move over to the post game coming up next. Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. But real quick, make that move. Come on. Yeah, y'all are blowing it up. YouTube is glitching for me. I love it. I'm not even mad at it. I love it. Let's scroll up. I remember the last one. Yep, Chuck D up there. Nope, we got Reggie. Nope, I didn't read that. Right there, boom. D Olive, $5 super. Shout out to D Olive, who will still be able to go witness game 5. Shout out to D Olive. He said it's like we were sleeper agents, need to be down 20 to wake up. I did read that. Mark with the $5 super said, when Reggie Miller agrees it should have been overturned, you know the refs blew it. Facts. Jonathan Carney with the $2 super said, let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks indeed. $5 super from John Global said, Deuce better be in this game for the rest of the way. Yep, we read that one. NY Patriot, we read that one. Pats Nation said, always believe, always have faith. Go New York, go New York, go. Shout out to Pats Nation. He had never swayed his belief in this team throughout this entire game. He kept dropping super chats saying, we got this. Shout out to Pats Nation. Mont Black Nolan, Cat 20 point fourth quarter saved the season. Santana, $2 said, believers, let's go. Mark, $20 super chat. I forget who, but someone had a super chat early on when we were down 20 that said put Towns Brunson on the bench, and you said maybe 1, not 2, but we started to come back with a lineup of Shamet, McBride, Hart, Robinson, and Wright. No, it was Towns. Towns was on the floor. I did say 1, not 2, but Towns was on the floor. Shout out to Robinson. But no, Towns was on the floor. Will end with a $5 super. By the way, phenomenal super chat. Appreciate the $20 super. Will end $5 super said, I think people forgot that Tibbs carried. Oh, hold on. I heard Chuck, and I can't even be mad because he's right. I think people forgot that Tibbs carried most of the weight as an assistant coach for the 2008 Celtics while Doc was a figurehead. Jamie Wyman with the super, becoming a franchise member. Shout out to you. Yo, Ed, $5 super said, I was so ready to fire Tibbs, but now I'm all for Tibbs coaching game 4. You extend them to one more game. Man, we got up to 2,100 in the chat. We appreciate all of you guys for rocking with us for yet another play-by-play. I got to go so we can set up for post-game coming up next. But shout out to the Twitch Fan TV before I go anywhere. Frank said we played 10 versus 9 Pacers as opposed to 11 versus 8 last game. Crazy how that works. Right. And shout out to all my mods and members, Will Rose, Dimitri, Legacy 89 for becoming a new member, Jet Life, Zachary Starchuck, Lou Boogie, a rare edition as per usual, Mark holding it down, Nanga Ibako, Jet Life, Brandon McNeely. Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody else in between too, man. Mind your business. I see you. Juan Rivera, McQuell Wells, Trucker, Ernest, Paradox, Real Talk Radio LLC, Alec Dreghorn. I know I killed that too. Joseph James, Al's Vita, JC holding it down, DTA. Oh, okay. KG7 Full, GD Wyclef, Brooklyn's finest, Teddy White, Jay from the Lou, Matthew Wayne. Shout out to everybody I may have missed. Jenergy, appreciate your Jenergy. Shout out to Cynthia W. also holding it down. Try to tell y'all don't waver on this team. You can be frustrated, be upset, but never give up hope when it comes to this team. 1-2 in the series. We got work to do. Job's not finished. Shout out to every single one of you guys in the chat, man. I'm out of here, bro. I'll be live on postgame, so you'll see me on postgame coming up next. Don't forget to download the Underdog Fantasy app, proud sponsor of the play-by-play. I'm out of here, man. By the way, real quick, can anybody name any of those? I think there was some Pacers and Celtics fans in here talking crazy. Bet you can't find them, huh? Even Frank Michael, a Knicks fan, talking about CK quit the optimistic act. This ain't no act. It's called fandom. I'll see you guys on the post game. Let's go, Knicks. I'm out. Come on.